think we've got Amy Johns on tap for
the excitement is palpable.
We might be missing the national anthem.
No kidding, man.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit summitcitysports.com.
When you experience a sports injury, muscle, or joint pain, you want treatment right away. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without referral or appointment, offering diagnostics, x-rays, the region's only body composition DEXA scan right inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7, Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. For more information, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com/orthoexpress.
It's the comets.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
This is the first time I've been able to do this kind of more complete understanding or view of your body. One of the things that's really important about this is that it's kind of legitimizing us as athletes.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Concussions. They're a concern for parents of athletes in any sport. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine is leading the way with the area's first concussion clinic. Our integrated sports medicine team utilizes an innovative, evidence-based approach to manage athletic-related head injuries in those 14 and older, providing comprehensive care to get the athlete you love safely back in play. To schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education, but also the experience.
Parkview Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
"20 seconds. Live in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Sectional Championship Football here on Redeemer Radio, broadcasting live from Wayne High School. Tonight it is the Bishop Dwenger Saints taking on the Wayne Generals. Before we begin tonight's broadcast, let's send it back to the station for an opening prayer.
You're clear. "20 seconds. "10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you very much, Father, for the opening prayer. Again, welcome, everybody. Sean McBride here, joining you tonight for sectional championship play, broadcasting live from Wayne High School. Alongside me, Corey Kitchen. Down on the field, we've got Eric Pete and Nick Gray, and it is another sloppy mess here in the SAC as we prepare for a sectional championship crown. This one is redemption, if you will, for the Wayne Generals. A big storyline, and that's why we're coming to you a little bit early this week. There's a lot to talk about within this matchup. Some storylines, some X's and O's, some players, and a lot to get to real fast. So right away, I think we're going to bring in one of our football experts. He is my color commentator tonight. Corey Kitchen is with me. Corey, thanks very much for being with us, and welcome to the show.
Great to be here, Sean. Looking forward to this sectional championship game. Every time we get to November, you've got some good football teams playing.
That's exactly right. The cream rises to the top, and right now both teams still not out on the field yet as we await the final instructions and the battle cry, if you will, from the locker rooms there, Corey. But when we survey the field, it's just another Friday night here in Fort Wayne, isn't it?
It's become that way.
Yeah.
A town desperately in need of some turf on their high school fields, and this is a bit of a sloppy surface as it has been all season long. So at some point, I guess, we've got to get used to this.
Yeah, that's right. A lot to talk about, but first and foremost, we want to thank our game sponsor tonight, and that is Preferred Auto Group. With 2 state-of-the-art service centers, when you want to buy a car the preferred way, come to Preferred Auto Group. Some very special thanks to our broadcast partners tonight as well. Summit City Sports is here on the call. The boss is with us, Jeff Mahoney, on camera and doing the technical duties right here in the booth as well. And it is a chilly, wet night here in Fort Wayne. But enough about that, Corey. Let's talk about some football, shall we? What's at top of your list from a storyline perspective?
Well, I think that we've got a lot of keys to the game. One of the things that I look at, kind of assess the anatomy or even the possibility of an upset, which I think everybody would agree that if Wayne wins this game, it's a bit of an upset,
yes.
Although they may not.
Right. Yeah.
But I think the first thing that I look at is in the trenches, and does the opponent have the horses up front on both sides of the ball to make that happen? And I think Wayne really does. I mean, they, with all due respect to Logansport, Leo, those teams really did not. Snyder did earlier in the season. The Saints only lost. But I think Wayne does. They've got Darius Alexander, 6'6", 285. Xavier Ellington, 6'3", 195. Eric Hoy, 6'7", 355 on the offensive line. Latrell Lapsley, 5'10", 262. I think this is a team that can match up in the trenches with the Saints, and we haven't said that much this season.
You're right, absolutely right. And tonight, especially with the conditions out on the field, it will be trench warfare. What we've seen out of the Wayne Generals, beyond a really good passing attack in my mind, when we talk about Brendan Young that way, he's got over 1,500 yards on the season through the air, throws 5.522, so a little bit over 50% when it comes to passing. He does have 21 TDs, but let's talk a little bit about that ground game. When you study film on the Wayne Generals, they like to get that edge. They like to pull that guard or pull that tackle, get some lead blockers, and get guys like Keyshawn Fields and Devonair Kelsaw, get them some space, pitches or even end arounds. From a game plan perspective, Corey, looking at it on this matchup, do you think they're going to be able to get the edge against Bishop Dwenger?
That's a great question. Very few teams have been able to do that this year. They love Kelsaw and they love Fields. They call them Thunder and Lightning.
That's right.
Number 5 and number 9, respectively. And Kelsaw is particularly of interest because he did not play in the first game against Bishop Dwenger. He was not part of that game that night, and they had Fields, but they did not have Kelsaw. And when talking to Casey Kolkman earlier this week, the defensive coordinator of the Saints, he really built their defensive game plan this week around stopping number 5.
Okay, very good. Well, and then that brings up a good, when we talk about keys to the victory for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Coming in, a little bit of an edge tonight. Some people are talking about 14, some talk about 10, some talk about 1, and there's a select few that say, this is Wayne's game to lose. So when we talk about the Bishop Dwenger Saints, not a whole lot of all-stars, on that team, but this is definitely a lunch pail crowd that come in. They put the work in every day, and it's all about the team. And so far, these conditions have really kind of favored the Saints, if you will, even though they practice on artificial turf.
No question about it. Really, the only night that they did not was against the Snyder Panthers, who took care of them in the trenches. Mm-hmm. And, if you're going to beat this Dwenger team, you've got to be able to run the ball and stop the run. And those two, and I believe Dwenger really has set themselves up as a program those two items are at the top of their list. They want to stop the run first and foremost, and they want to be able to run the football on offense. So, these field conditions play right into that.
That's it, they do. Folks, we're going to step on for a little 1-minute break. When we come back, what we're going to do is go down to the sidelines, check on field conditions as well as the coin toss. So stick around. We are back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Sectional Championship Playoff Football action right here on Redeemer Radio, 106.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care, helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way, offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
2, 1.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're broadcasting live from Wayne High School, preparing for sectional championship play between the Bishop Dwenger Saints and the Wayne Generals. Alongside Corey Kitchen, I'm Sean McBride with Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM. Right now, we're going to send it down to the sidelines and check in with our sideline reporter, Mr. Eric Pete. Eric, what do you have for us tonight, sir?
Well, good evening, Sean. Hey, guys. And we have another muddy field down here, as you guys said. Bishop Dwenger should be right at home. So I do see a little bit more green in between the hash marks than we do at Zollner Stadium, so that's good news.
Yeah.
So the field conditions will be slick. They will be muddy. So nothing we haven't seen all year in the SAC, as you said. The coin toss, this was a bit of an interesting call. Bishop Dwenger won the toss, and they've elected to receive. So we haven't seen that yet this year out of the Saints, but they want the ball first. And we'll see what is up the sleeves of Coach Garrett and that offensive staff here. So Wayne will be kicking towards the scoreboard. And, guys, I'm right down here by the tunnel where Wayne is about to come out. And already Coach Derek Moore is playing some mind games as he said, no, we're going to let them come out first. We want them to see you guys come out.
Oh,
so
okay.
There you go.
There you go.
Back to you.
Well, someone needs to tell the Saints to pay attention to that then maybe. I don't know. Eric, thanks very much for that right there. Corey, again, as Eric just said, this is a little different look that we saw from the Bishop Dwenger Saints, normally deferring and getting that ball to start the third quarter. They want to come out and maybe make a statement here to begin the contest. Along with that, let's talk about some more of those keys to victory that you had talked about.
I think that kind of plays into the keys to victory for Wayne. In fact, Sean, my opinion is that they've got to get off to a good start. And Dwenger wanting the ball they may feel that way also. That I think that the Wayne team kind of feeds off confidence and swag, if you will. If Dwenger scores first, they might very well be in trouble. I think on defense, Wayne's got to slow down that Saints run game. Many people may not remember that even though Dwenger won 22-0 the first time these two teams played in week one, Wayne only allowed 74 yards rushing from the Dwenger Saints that night. So they have the ability to stop the run. On offense, I think number 5, as we mentioned, Devonair Kelsall's got to have a big night. I think he's the X factor for Wayne. If Wayne wins this game and we open up the paper tomorrow and it says Wayne wins, I think there's got to be a picture of Devonair Kelsall underneath that headline.
Yeah, absolutely. Could be.
For the Saints, I think they need to stop the run enough to force the Wayne quarterback, Brandon Young, into bad decisions. If he gets put in long yardage down in distance situations, I think that's trouble for them. And then on offense, I think Dwenger just simply needs to run the ball successfully, stay out of the long yardage themselves, and possess that ball to keep that Wayne offense off the field.
Again, we're going to see the Bishop Dwenger Saints on offense here to begin the contest. Now, that brings up the Wayne defense here a little bit. They've got some struggles on defense, Corey. When we talk about a couple players missing, unfortunately, it was really kind of tragic this week due to an auto accident. They are missing a couple of really, really standout key players. The Wayne Generals are. One is Dre Walton, but then again, the standout linebacker, Tristan Purnell, is not here as well.
I've got to believe that's a big loss. You've got Tristan Purnell, led the SAC in tackles this year as a first-team all-conference linebacker in the SAC. And Dre Walton is no slouch himself with 6 interceptions on the season. I believe that's second or third in the area. So those are key losses. Now, they are a deep team, believe it or not. 52 players, 22 of which for the Wayne Generals are seniors. So it's a senior-laden team. Yeah. They have athletes that they can plug in there. Yet to be seen if they can take and fill those shoes, though.
Football fans, Dr. Osinga of Northeast Chiropractic Center is our 106.3 sports media sponsor. You can catch all the highlights from past games on YouTube. Watch the touchdowns, tackles, and halftime interviews at youtube.com/Redeemer Radio. Speaking of halftime interviews, Nick Gray is also along with us tonight. At the halftime break, he will be interviewing Amy Johns from the Catholic Schools office and then also supplying some scores and updates from around the playoff action throughout Indiana, including keeping a sharp eye out on 3A and looking down the field a little bit here, Corey. Again, if the Saints win, regardless, they're going to be home next week.
That's exactly right.
Or some version of home.
Northwood or Angola would be coming to Fort Wayne in some capacity. We do not know where, but they'll play in this town.
That's right. There we go. The ceremonial coin toss is going on right here at midfield. Again, they do the first and foremost the official one earlier, but the officials now showing the the results to the crowd that Dwenger actually will receive. And Wayne is going to kick from the north to the south. And we're getting ready to launch this contest here against the 9-2 Wayne Generals and the 10-1 Bishop Dwenger Saints. Again, as Corey talked about, these two teams met in week 1, which was the downpour central week, and it really kind of kicked off this entire season for us. I was talking to one of the coaches, and I think he recalled, maybe 3 dry nights this entire season, Corey. And it's just been a mess week after week after week. Even if you are playing on an artificial surface, that rain and wind affects the game.
And that had a big impact on that first game. Dwenger won 22-0, but there were 3 key Wayne turnovers that led to all 3 of those scores. As we mentioned earlier, only 74 yards rushing by the Saints that night. So I think whoever is able to control the line of scrimmage, whoever is able to protect the football and not turn it over has a good chance to win this game. And I honestly think you've got a Saints defense giving up about 7 points a game with their first group. Nobody have allowed no one over 21 points all season. Wayne's only allowed one team over 24 points all season. I think the first team to get 3 scores may win this game.
I think you're right. That's what the prevailing line is. As Sotero, number 57, lines the ball up in the middle of the 40. Wayne preparing to kick this one off. And we are underway. It is a low liner, takes a hop, and is going to be taken near the 25-yard line, looking for that room. He's got some room through the middle. That is Ellinger on the carry, number 23 for the Saints, and he's going to take it up to about the 37-yard line.
Kind of a squib kick, mud ball right up the middle to start this thing off, puts the Saints in real good field position.
And he does. Brendan Lytle is your quarterback for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. He is a sophomore that checks in at 5'10", 160 pounds. And Corey, talking a little bit about Lytle, again, a late entry here to the Saints at the quarterback position. But he has matured rather quickly and gives a little bit more dimension to the Saints offense.
He's done a great job as it relates to play-action passing. This Saints team's not going to go 5 wide and go no huddle right down the field, but he can be very effective in play-action.
They come out with a power eye right, the Saints do. Here's a snap. Oh, ball's on the ground. It's a bad snap. He has to cover it back at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, almost trouble right out of the gate for the Saints. Luckily, he was able to dive back on that football, but this could be the precursor for the entire evening right there.
Could be. Let's call that a loss of 1.5, maybe 2. Brings up 2nd and long now for the Saints. The front 5 up front for the gold helmets: Tipman, Hosier, Kolkman, Henry, and Wigginton. The O-line averages 6'2", 255 man-to-man, tackle to tackle. On 2nd and long, same formation. Give her on the right side, finding some room, gets into the linebacker core. Somebody lost a bonnet, and he's going to take it up near the 40-yard line.
Ball handed off to Hayden Ellinger there, the power back, the fullback in that power eye, I should say. Just kind of an off-tackle run there, setting up what the Saints really don't want to get into tonight, and that's a 3rd and long.
Yeah. Defensive tackle Cam Johnson was the one losing his bonnet. He has to come off the field right now. And the Saints are facing a 3rd and long 7 from the 40-yard line. Same power formation, wide out to the right. Power eye left this time. Give to the tailback, looking for some room, bouncing it outside. Tipman can't find much. He's stepped, and he's hammered. That's going to be a tackle for loss back at the 39.
Outstanding job by that Wayne defensive front. They had 4, 5, 6 guys there to make that tackle on Devin Tipman. And you mentioned it earlier, Sean. The Saints have been able to get outside in their running game the last couple of weeks, but no luck there.
And you have to wonder if the field conditions might have, he didn't hit that hard.
No.
Because he couldn't. Yeah, too much mud. All right, so 3 and out for the Saints here on 4th and 8. Saints are in to punt this one away. A little high, but he's got a good snap on his hand. Nice kick by Filler. Taken down near the 32-yard line. Going across, that's Elliott with a return out to about the 36.
Just flipped the field on them there. We went from the Saints starting on their own 35 to the Generals starting on their own 35.
That's it. All right, let's talk about the offense here for Wayne. That's led by number 7, Brendan Young. He is a senior, 6'3", 185 pounds, 21 touchdown throws on the year with 11 interceptions, averaging .522 percentage here. Up front, we have Lapsley, Hoy, Wilson, Twist, and Alexander. Darius Alexander, the big right tackle. The weapons in the backfield, Cam Young, Devonair Kelsall, Keyshawn Fields, Cam Chambers, and Cam Webb. And here's a power I formation by Wayne, and it's a pitch to the right side, and they break through the line and stop him for a loss back at the 35-yard line. Keyshawn Fields was the ball carrier that time.
TJ McGarry right in there. I feel like we're looking into the mirror. We've got the Saints in the power I, and the Generals come out on their first play in the power I, double tight.
That's it. So small loss. They're going to mark it just north of the 35. We'll call it no gain, actually. Brings up 2nd and 10. Wayne again moving left to right on your radio dial. Wearing the blue and white uniforms, soon to be brown. 2nd and 10. Here's a snap. Pulling to the right side. Big push that time. Tackle for loss. Number 42 for the Saints.
Counter tray that the Generals ran where they pulled the backside guard and tackle out in front of the running back, and Jordan Watercutter was having none of that. He sniffed that out right away. I know that's a staple, probably the play that the Wayne Generals install on day one, and obviously Jordan knew that.
That they did. That's called good coaching right there. He crashed that. He followed that blocker, and he was able to get a nice tackle for loss. Going to bring on 3rd and 14 now. Different formation, double tight, single setback, wide out left and right. Under center, Young with a handoff going to the right side. Has some room, gets some north and south, but then finally pushed out of bounds. Forward progress should be about to 37. That's going to bring up 4th and long for Wayne, and it looks like the punt team is coming on.
Kelsall got outside, stopped by TJ Squared, TJ Tippmann and TJ McGarry, both coming in there to snuff that out, and another punting situation.
Yeah, so we see both teams trying to find the edge, and really not so successfully here so far to start this contest. 4th and 9. Punter is coming on for Wayne. It's Soye. Here's a kick, end over end kick. It will have a return. Ball is bobbled, and it is still up for grabs. Is that Eifert, number 32?
That's Eifert. He did bobble it, and that's the second bobble for the Saints so far, and both they've recovered.
So, again, Eifert was able to keep his hands on it, get a return out of it as well. A little better field position here just north of the 45 to start their second drive. First quarter action, folks, here. Zeros on the scoreboard with 8:37 left to go here in the first quarter. Saints now try to start things up again on offense. In the backfield, your fullback is Lucas Krohn, and Devin Tippmann is back there in the I formation. Here's a snap. Give it the tailback, off tackle, left side, and he is going to have a run on his hands out to about the 47. That's Devin Tippmann, number 39.
Outstanding job by defensive end Xavier Ellington on the stop there for the Generals. It looked like Devin had a lot of real estate in front of him, but that hole closed very quickly.
It did. So we'll call that a gain of 2, maybe 3. Brings up second down. I love the lighted down marker.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's a nice touch.
Nice toy here. All right, on second down, here's a snap. Again, tailback, this time the right side through the B gap that time. Gets north of the 50-yard line, takes it down to the 49. The Saints are in Wayne territory for the first time tonight.
Dlinger went on a quick snap count there. Just looked like first sound to try to catch the Generals off guard. They did somewhat, but still 3rd and 5.
Lytle breaks huddle. Going to have 2 wideouts to the right side. 2 wideouts left. Nobody in the backfield with him. From the shotgun, here comes the blitz. Looks to throw, guns it out to the flat, slipping and falling, and no good that time.
And that's the 5 wide empty passing game on mud right there. We had Eifert on a hitch. He was wide open, but he couldn't get his footing to get back to the football.
That's exactly what happened, and it brings up 4th and 5 for the Saints, and the punt team comes on once again, led by J.P. Filler. He'll get this one at about his own 36-yard line. 2 men back deep for Wayne, near their 20. It's Elliott and Kelsall back there, should be. Here's a snap. Nice kick by Filler, angling out of bounds, and it takes a roll out of bounds near the 20-yard line. So the second drive for Bishop Dwenger is unsuccessful, and they had to punt that one away. So here comes Wayne with their second opportunity.
Good punt by John Paul Filler, not giving the Wayne Generals an opportunity to return that. They have some dangerous weapons back there. Devonair Kelsaw goes back on return, and smart play by the special teams unit to keep it away from him.
7:26 remaining here in the first quarter. Still zeros on the scoreboard. Saints and Generals facing off. This is Wayne's second attempt on offense here. Under center is Young. Here's a snap. Tailback, play action. He rolls to his left, throws to his left. He's got a man wide open. They're closing. He gets downfield, breaks one tackle, finally gets swallowed up near the 35, but that is a Wayne first down.
That's tight end Xavier Ellington. He's a big guy, 6'3", 213 senior. Hasn't been a huge factor in their passing game this season, but that certainly was a successful play.
And that will move the chains, mark it right at the 35-yard line. And here's a clean 1st and 10 for the Generals. Under center, Young, handoff. Right side, gets north of the line, not much there. He's going to get tripped up after a yard gain.
Kelsaw on the carry, stopped in there by Hayden Ellinger as well as Jared Lee. Talking to Coach Kolkman this week, he is particularly high on the play of Jared Lee over the last few weeks. As a young man, a senior at linebacker who's missed 3 games this season but is still third on the Saints defense in tackles on the year.
2nd and 9 here for the Wayne Generals. Single setback as Young gets under center. Wing back to the left. Now a man in motion to the left as well. Here's a snap. They go to the left. Trying to find a seam. Spinning out of one tackle. Gets hit after a gain of 2, maybe 3 near the 40-yard line. And driving to the far side of the field before they blow the whistle.
Griffin Eifert was first on the hit of Devonair Kelsaw, but he spun right out of that. Griffin did not bring his arms on that tackle and wrap him up. Kelsaw was able to sneak out of there for a couple of more yards, but the rest of the Saints defense was there to put him away.
Yeah, I think Manier put a big stop on that, driving him sideways and really limiting that game. Now a 3rd and long coming up here for the Generals, 3rd and about 7. They mark it back at the 39-yard line. 4-man front for the Saints. No, check that 3, but they bring 2 linebackers up. Here's a snap. Play action, rolling to the right. Now he steps into the pocket. He's got trouble. He's going down. Big time hit. Cutter.
Simply nowhere to go for Brandon Young. They not only brought their front 3, but I think 2 linebackers along with him on a blitz. And as you mentioned, Jordan Watercutter was there, the all-SAC defensive lineman, able to make the stop and the sack.
So really not much going on for both of these offensive squads here early in the contest as Wayne prepares to punt this one away with just under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Kick is up, and it is away. It's a wobbly kick. And again, not much of a return. Trying to get back to the middle of the field. Slip sliding down is, that's Howe on the return, number 37. He maybe got a yard or 2 after the catch.
Charlie Howe on the return. We're trading punts back and forth for very little real estate improvement. We're back to right where the Saints started their very first drive at about the 35-yard line.
It's like deja vu all over again. Here we go. Well, folks, Redeemer Radio would like to thank Notre Dame Federal Credit Union for their continual support of our Catholic high school sports coverage in Fort Wayne. That's Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. On 1st and 10, here's a quick give. Oh, it's swallowed up and smashed. Big number 52 comes in for Wayne with a big drop.
Darius Alexander was there almost in an unblocked fashion, 6'6", 287, and he was there almost to receive the handoff.
Yeah, that he was. All right, so he's got 9 sacks on the season so far, Alexander does. He checks in at 6'6", 280. And that is a tackle for loss of 1, brings up 2nd and 11. Again, tight formation. Under center is quarterback. Here's a quick give around the right side. Again, Darius Alexander having his way in the middle there as he wraps up Tippmann and brings him down after no gain.
He is lined up directly over the Saints offensive guards, and that is a size mismatch. He is a big individual, Darius Alexander.
Marked back at the 35-yard line. 3rd and 10.5 now to go for the Saints. Lytle taking his time back there in the huddle. Finally breaks huddle with about 12 seconds to go on the play clock. Single setback, 2 wideouts to the left, 1 wide right. Here's a snap. He looks to throw on 3rd and long. Steps up into the pocket. He has some time. Flushed. He is pursued from behind and sacked. Craig Young with a sack.
Craig Young comes from the defensive end position, and I don't know about you, Sean, but a defensive end coming at me, 6'5", 212, I'm going to get on the ground.
Yeah, that will do it. So another drive for the Bishop St. Stalls. They end up with 4th and about 15. And the punt team is back on, led by Filler, number 99. Let's see if he's going to angle this one out or give Wayne an opportunity for return. Nice snap. Kick is away. Return could be coming. Wayne doesn't go after it. Now they do. They pick it up off the bounce. Running sideways, trying to find something. Won't find much. Gets about 4 yards on the return out to the 34-yard line.
Deja vu all over again. Yep. The Wayne Generals return the punt back to the 35, and here they start again.
Yeah, Kelsaw on the return that time for the Generals. And again, not much to talk about here in the fourth quarter other than 3 and outs. We do have a first down on the field for the Wayne Generals. But the Saints really not able to get anything done whatsoever.
In the first meeting, the Generals got Craig Young 2 touches in the first half, their Ohio State commit, and he's not touched the ball offensively yet tonight. I would think that's got to be part of their game plan soon.
Let's take a look. He's lining up his tight end here on the right side. Here's a snap. He's going out. Looking to throw. Throws out to the sidelines. It is caught. Yes. Number 3 on the catch that time. That is Eric Winborn. No, check that. Eric Adams.
Eric Adams, 6'1", 180-pound senior. Just a simple out route. They sent Craig Young down the middle of the field on a seam route and kind of cleared out that zone for Mr. Adams to come underneath with an out.
Gain of 6 that time, bring up 2nd and 4 for the Wayne Generals, north of the 40 at the 41-yard line. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Here's a snap. Again, a counter through the middle, nothing there. Tackled by 3 Saints. Initial hit was T.J. McGarry.
May have gotten a yard on that, but not much more. That was Keyshawn Fields on the carry for the Wayne Generals, number 9.
3rd and 3 coming up for the Generals. Brandon Young, number 7. Barks out the signal. They walk up to the line. Wide out to the left. Double tights, wide out to the right, and a single setback. Now a man in motion to the left side. Here's a snap. They flow to the left side. Looking for some room. Guy finding some room, getting very close to the sticks is Keyshawn Fields. Will he have it? It looks like he's got it. The first down near the 45.
Just an off-tackle run by Fields on the left side. The Saints brought the blitz from the left, but I believe those blitzing linebackers, Sean, ran right by Fields.
I think they did. Yeah, they were in the backfield as he was going north and south. So another first down for the Wayne Generals. They're 2nd on the night. Ball still in Wayne territory at the 45-yard line. We've got 1:37 left to go here in the first quarter. 0s on the scoreboard. Sloppy field conditions makes it very hard for either offenses to find any traction and get anything going. Let's see if Wayne can make a drive of this one. On 1st and 10. They try through the middle. Now breaking it outside. Got some room near the 50 into Saints territory is number 5, Kelsaw.
Ran another counter play off the right-hand side and even brought the wing back in motion to lead through that hole. Picking up probably some of the best run game yardage they've had all night with a 5-yard carry.
Yeah. So they place the ball down at the 49-yard line of the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Wayne now in Saints territory for the first time. 2nd and very manageable. Wide out left and right. Wing back left and right. Young under center. Looks to throw. Quick throw. Flat. He's got his man. Trying to escape. He does not escape, but he does make the catch. Takes it down to about the 36-yard line.
Cameron Tolles, number 84, a name we haven't mentioned much, 5'10", 160-pound junior, ran a nice slant route. They had given him a lot of cushion over there, Gage Renbarger did, and he almost slipped through those 2 tacklers and took it to the house. That was very close to being a huge play.
Call that a 13-yard gain that time for the Wayne Generals, and another 1st and 10 here coming up as they wind the clock with 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Wayne working off the left hash mark. At the 37, Young puts the wing back in motion to the right side now. Here's a snap. They flow to the right, looking for something, trying to bounce it outside, trying to make it cut. He gets nailed down to about the 33, 32-yard line.
Devonair Kelsaw on the outside zone run play, and he was able to get the edge and pick up 4 or 5, and that'll be it for the first quarter, Sean.
That's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to step out for a 1-minute break. Zeros on the scoreboard here to end the first quarter. The Bishop Dwenger Saints versus the Wayne Generals. Stick around, football fans. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Championship Football right here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
The Dwenger Saints are deadlocked at zeros to end the first quarter. As we start the second quarter, Wayne with the ball, moving right to left on your radio dial, facing a 2nd and 5. Young will be under center with a single setback. Here's a snap. Gives it the tailback, looking for something through the middle, and he's not going to find much. Taken down to the 30, maybe a yard and a half, maybe 2.
Gave it to Kelsaw on a simple power play where they pulled the right side guard out in front to the left, but Joe Tippmann snuffed that out and took care of it.
Going to bring up 3rd and about 3 here now for the Wayne Generals. They've been able to put a pretty good drive together. This one started back, I think, Corey, near their own 35, something like that, as it always has so far.
All night long.
And now they've got it down to the Dwenger 30.
Probably in 4-down territory here.
Yeah, in these conditions, that might very well be. Let's see what happens. Man in motion to the left side. Hard count. No flag. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback. And he's hitting the backfield, and he's going to stop and be hit. Tackle for loss as the swarming Saints bring him down.
Charlie Howe was on the outside linebacker blitz off the right-hand side of the Dwenger defense. He got there first, kind of slowed up that running back and allowed his teammates to get there and finish it off.
It's going to bring up a 4th and 6. And it looks like the offense is going to stay on the field as Kelsaw and Young are standing over talking to Coach right now.
I think the Generals thought they had the Saints jump off sides there, and the Saints did indeed jump, but it must not have been into the neutral zone.
Not enough. Craig Young checks out here on 4th and 5. The offense is on the field, under 10 to go as they walk up to the line here. From the shotgun, split backs, man in motion to the right side now, looks to throw, here's a quick screen out to the right side. He's hitting the backfield and dropped, a huge stop for the Bishop Dwenger Saints.
Sam Obergfell from his corner position on the left side of that Dwenger defense made an unbelievable stick of Devonair Kelsaw, knocked him backwards and onto his backside.
Fantastic stuff there. The Big Saints defense comes up strong. And Wayne gives the ball back to the Saints. 1st and 10 at their own 36. Let's check in with Eric Pete real fast from the sidelines. Eric, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, I would say the Dwenger's will is being matched in this game by Wayne. You know, we haven't seen that a lot of times this season, but Wayne came to play, and they are wearing their big boy pants tonight.
They surely are. Didn't give Eric a lot of time there, but again, on 1st down for the Saints, it was the power run to the right side, dragging a tackler with him, was Tippmann down to about the 39-yard line.
Just a little power play from the Saints, trying to get Devin Tippmann off and rolling, and, they'll take 3-4 yards of carry all night long, and that's what he got there.
That's exactly right. 2nd and 7 now for the Saints coming up. This is second quarter action, 0-0 from Wayne High School. Sectional title on the line. Saints moving left to right on your radio dial. 4 wideouts now. No one in the backfield with Lytle. Good snap. He looks to throw on second down, steps up into the pocket, still looking, fires. No, he's hit. The ball comes out, incomplete pass.
Extremely close to being a fumble. His arm just barely moving forward as he was hit upon the throw by Craig Young, number 11, who's been in the backfield on pass plays for all night long for the Generals.
So that burns it down and brings up 3rd and 7 with the ball sitting at the 39-yard line as Lytle makes his way over to the sidelines to talk to Coach Watts.
There just hasn't been a whole lot of time to stand back there in that pocket and throw tonight for the Saints thus far. They haven't tried it much, but when they have, it's not been successful.
No. Nice job by the Wayne defense with penetration and dissolving that pocket. Pass play here for the Saints. 2 wideouts left, 1 wide right, protector in the back. Lytle guns it to the sidelines. It is thrown and incomplete. Great coverage that time by the Generals.
Eric Winborn at the corner spot came up and made a great play on that hitch route, knocked it out of the receiver's hands, and the Saints are going to have to punt it away.
Another 3 and out for the Saints as the ball is resting at the 39-yard line.
We mentioned earlier that it might be the first team to 3 scores wins. Well, at this point, it might be the first team to score wins.
Yeah, that could very well be. Filler standing at his 25, gets the snap, kicks it from the 30. High waffling kick that time. And it's going to be covered up. Was it touched by Wayne is the question.
I believe it was.
It was not.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh,
they
my.
said no. They gave it to Wayne. All right, so the ball is touched up at the 26-yard line. A lot of faithful think that Wayne touched it. I think that's the Dwenger Sanctuary over there.
Absolutely. And we're on the other side of the field from that play. The only thing that I can figure is maybe the Saints touched it first, then the General touched it.
Okay.
Because it appeared to have touched at least one player.
We've got an official timeout on the field. And everything looks fine. Okay, everything's fine. They wind the clock again at the 25-yard line. Wayne in a close huddle over here at the sidelines, finally coming out to the field. Getting ready to start their 1st and 10 from their own 25. Young will have 2 setbacks on either side, the pro set. Here's a snap. Tailback. Watercutter's in the backfield at the exchange and drops him.
Jordan Watercutter has been the counter tray exterminator tonight. Every time they run the counter tray, they pull the guard and the tackle, and Jordan knows that. He comes right down the line of scrimmage and meets that running back head on and has done an outstanding job of just extinguishing that counter tray play.
Another tackle for loss. Chalk it up to Watercutter. That's a 4-yard loss. 2nd and 14 now for the Wayne Generals as Kelsaw checks out. Ball now back just north of the 20 at the 21. Double tight set for Wayne. Looking to throw. Young has pressure, throws it out to the flats. He's got a man wide open at the 35. He breaks one, cannot break another. Still on his feet, and a swarm of Saints comes over and knocks him down.
Number 84 for the Generals on that catch again. Cameron Tolles, when they've needed a big play and a first down, he's been the guy. He was wide open in this left side flat.
You know, that's interesting. Watching game film, we've seen Wayne just kind of dismantle some folks on some very wide open receivers. And that's great coaching. You know, that is great schemes right there. And they just burnt the Saints on that one.
All week long against New Haven last Friday, they had wide receivers open, and some more of that this evening.
1st and 10, excuse me, from the 36. Off tackle run. He's got some north and south going. Gets another first down for Wayne, finding some traction in the middle of the field. I believe that is was that Fields on the carry.
Is that Fields or Devernair Kelsaw?
That's all mud.
Boy, it is tough to tell.
It is.
Yeah. I can't even confirm or deny. It looks like
Charlie says it was Fields, so
okay.
That's who we're going to go with.
Number 9, Keyshawn Fields. He looked outstanding on that run.
Yeah,
it could have been either back.
Yeah. Yep. So another first down, takes it out to the 48-yard line for Wayne. Second quarter action, 0s on the scoreboard, 6.5 to go. Motion, the ball is on the ground. Were they able to cover it is the question. Saints say they have it. Of course they do.
That's the first miscue for the Generals tonight.
I think Wayne is going to retain possession here.
Each team's had one of those where they've had a trouble with that center quarterback exchange. Must be some mud on that football.
Sure, you bet. Call that a loss of 2, back to the 46-yard line.
2nd and long. These are the situations that the Generals don't want to be in if they can help it. So I assume they'll run something, try to get maybe half of this yardage back and make it a 3rd and manageable.
On 2nd and 12, the Wayne Generals come up to the line of scrimmage. Wide out left and right. Now man in motion coming to the left side. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback. Floating. Oh, he's there again. Somebody put a hat on Cutter, will you? Oh,
counter
my heavens.
tray once again, and Jordan Watercutter just dismantles it.
That was another huge tackle for loss. That is going to bring up 3rd and very long. Where are they going to mark this? Forward progress at the 34-yard line. And it looks like a 3rd and 15 now coming up for Wayne.
I think that forward progress is very generous.
Very generous.
Given what Mr. Watercutter was able to do on that play. They may want to run that the other direction.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. On 3rd and 15, we've got a timeout on the sidelines called by the Wayne Generals. They want to talk about a few things here on this critical down. 5 minutes and 36 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Still zeros on the scoreboard. We're back in 30 seconds. Stick around, folks. This is championship football right here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business. It's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Check in with Nick Gray.
Well, guys, we've got some other games going on that are pretty exciting around the league tonight, too. Bishop Lewis is over at Belmont. They're leading that match 14-7. Interesting thing, though, the Belmont came out with an onside kick, and the next play ran it through a pass for a 47-yard touchdown, went up 7-0 against Lures. But Lures is showing their strength now and leading that one 14-7 again. Northwood Angola. Northwood's leading that one 6-2. Snyder and Homestead are tied at 14. Back up to you guys.
All right, on 3rd and long, here's the Wayne Generals looking to throw. He's got pressure, dumps it to his dump valve. It is caught, and he is going to go north and south to the 50. It will not be enough for a first down. That's Devonair Kelsaw on the reception.
Running back screen off the left-hand side from the Generals. Did a real nice job of executing that, but Kelsaw came down with it and is gimpy getting up. Looks like we got a leg or an ankle or something.
Yeah, he is not coming off the field well at all. So we're going to keep an eye on that one as he takes a seat on the bench and getting attended to by the trainer.
That's not a good sign for the Generals.
No, it is not. Howe back there, and here comes the punt. It's a high end-over-end kick, not very deep, and Dwenger's going to let it go, and it's going to take a Dwenger hop and be touched up near the 29-30-yard line. So the Saints defense holds. A lot of time taken off the clock by the Wayne offense there. And they were able to get some things done, Corey, but just not able to finish. So here come the Saints on offense. Really, I don't know what Coach Watts has up his sleeve, but so far their offensive scheme just isn't getting anything done.
No, they're unable to run the ball, which makes their play-action passing ineffective, and every time they've gone drop-back passing, they've been sacked.
Yep.
So it's been a struggle offensively for the Saints.
I formation, Lytle under center. Here's a snap. Give to the fullback through the middle, clawing his way for a few, north of the 30, out to about the 32. That's Ellinger.
Hayden Ellinger, just a fullback dive, which has been very successful play for the Saints this season, but just about 2 yards on that play.
Brings up a 2nd and 8 as Lucas Crone checks in for the Saints. Under 4.5 to go here in the second quarter. 0-0 is your score. Saints driving left to right. Here's a snap. Quick hit to the tailback. Driving his way. That's tipping on a carry. Gets to about the 34 and not much more there.
As much as Jordan Watercutter has been owning the Wayne Generals up front, Darius Alexander has been that way for Wayne. He has just done an outstanding job. He is in on every single running play that the Saints run.
So that brings up a 3rd and long 6 now for the Saints from the 34-yard line. Here's a snap, give to the tailback, left side, won't have it. Gets to the 36 maybe, and not much more there for Tippmann.
Really, really conservative in the play calling right now are the Saints. Maybe just kind of holding off, trying to continue to possess the ball, punt it away, and hope for the opponent to make a mistake, it appears to me.
Let's see. So another 3 and out by the Saints. As Filler is getting a workout back there. He'll launch this from about the 25. 2 men back deep for the Wayne Generals. Gets a nice leg into it, driving the receiver back, and it's going to take a bounce inside the 20, down to the 15, and touched up right there at the 15 is, I believe that's Craig Young, did not pick that ball up.
Hey, guys.
All right, so let's check in on the sidelines with Eric Pete. Eric, what do you have for us?
Hey, just a complete different ball game than week 1. It was almost feels like more than a season ago. Just to give you one idea of how different that game was, you mentioned Kelsaw was out of the game. Well, Brendan Lytle was a star on defense. He had 2 picks and a fumble recovery for a touchdown. And, of course, now he's spent half the season under center as the Saints starting quarterback. So just one example of how far both these teams have come. There's no question Wayne has improved since that week 1 loss, and we're seeing that tonight.
That we are. Great observation, Eric. Thank you very much. We'll check in with Eric periodically throughout the contest. And here comes Wayne, deeper into their own territory now. 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's a snap. Play action, looks to throw. He gets hit, throws it. He's got his man over the middle near the 35-yard line. That's Craig Young touching the ball, gets it out to the 34.
Went play action, went right over the middle to number 11, Craig Young, the Ohio State commit. And they are finally getting him involved in the offense with 2:57 left in the half.
It's an 18-yard reception there from Young to Young. And now they're out of the shadow of their own end zone. A lot of breathing room out here at the 34 with a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the first half. Wayne, can they put another drive together? Here's a snap on 1st and 10, looking to throw. Hitch, and it is out to the flats and incomplete that time. Looks like that was thrown a little bit behind the receiver, Corey.
It very well was, Sean, and I think maybe Hayden Ellinger, if he didn't get a paw on it, he was really close to doing that.
Do you think he might have gotten away with
yeah, it's possible that he may have even had a hand on the receiver, but the beautiful thing about high school football is there's no instant replay for anybody to even know.
That's right. All right, 2nd and 10 off of the incomplete pass. Henry checking in, a heavy package checking in now for the Saints on defense. Tippmann as the nose tackle. Man in motion going to the right side for Wayne. Oh, we got a false start here. Gee, Corey, I wonder what they were going to run on that play, huh?
Yeah, it certainly appeared that they had the long hard count on, trying to pick up an easy 5, and they lost an easy 5.
That they did. Everybody knew the count except the left tackle. So 5 yards against Wayne, which, again, in these conditions, this has been a really clean first half so far. Very impressed on both sides of the ball here with these squads.
Yeah, and we haven't had, I can't remember, other than just maybe a couple of false starts, any particular penalty flags on the field. So
2nd and 15 for the Generals. Ball back at the 29 now. Double tight end set. Play action. Young looks to throw. He's got time. Wings it out. Far left. Got a man. It's open and caught across midfield near the 42-yard line.
The law firm of Young & Young involved again. Out to Craig Young, the Ohio State commit. Great play. Ran a bit of what I would call a corner route or a flag route, and was wide open. Now 2 minutes left in the half. See what kind of drive they can put together and try to finish this off.
They are once again into Dwenger territory, down to the 41-yard line. The Generals got some momentum building now. On 1st and 10, Young barks out some signals under center. Blitz coming. Here's a get to the tailback, looking for some room. He's got some room, trying to break it outside, and not much there. Gets it inside the 40 to about the 36-yard line.
The Saints linebackers are just so good in their ability to pursue and then make the tackle. They very rarely miss a tackle, and T.J. McGarry was there to pull down Fields.
Keyshawn Fields, number 9. 892 yards on the ground coming into this contest with 6 touchdowns, averaging 5.6 yards per carry, and he got his 5 there. 2nd and 5 coming up here for the Generals. On 2nd and 5, here's a snap. Young looks to throw. Quick hitch. He's got his man. It is caught. Number 84 breaks 3 tackles. Still on his feet. Sidesteps another. Dropped inside the 20.
Every time they've needed a big play, Cameron Tolles has come through. He has done an outstanding job, but he's down on the field now. It appears some sort of injury. 50 seconds left in the first half, and the Generals are working their way into the red zone here.
Hey guys, that they are. They have stopped the clock. Again, as Corey said, with 50 seconds remaining, we're going to attend to the player down on the field, and we'll check in on the sidelines with Eric Pete. Eric, what do you have for us?
Well, down to inside the red zone here, and if you're a Wayne fan, you got to figure this is a touchdown or bust, because last week special team struggles for the Generals. Really their one weakness against New Haven. They went 1 for 5 on extra points. So right now the kicking game a little dicey for the Generals. Look to see them try to punch this one in for 6, even if they get down close to the goal line.
So Tolles comes over to have a seat. Devonair Kelsaw is still on the sidelines with his helmet off. And we've got a timeout on the field by Wayne, so we're going to step out for a little 30-second break as well. 0-0 is your score with 50 seconds remaining here in the first half. Wayne driving inside the red zone against Dwenger. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Sectional Championship Football on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Yeah, we are back to live action here at Wayne High School where the timeout is over. Wayne with a 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line of Bishop Dwenger Saints. Young is going to be in the shotgun. Double tights, wide out left and right. Here's a snap. Play action, throws over the middle, incomplete. Just over the outstretched hands. Craig Young is asking for a flag, and he's not finding one.
Hayden Ellinger, I think, had his arm around in a little do-si-do action there in the middle of the field and got away with it.
That he did. So they burn that incomplete pass. Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 19.
I would expect, you're in the red zone. You've got 45 seconds left in the half. Wouldn't shock me for them to try to put one up in the air high for that 6'5" Craig Young.
Let him go after it.
Absolutely. They'd be smart to do that.
On 2nd and 10, the huddle is over. Under center is Young, single setback. Here's a snap. Again, play action, looking, firing. He's got a man over the middle. It's caught inside the 10, spinning out of a tackle. Young gets down to the 3-yard line, close to the 1.
Cameron Chambers, number 16, 6'1", 185 receiver for the Generals, 36.8 to the half, inside the 5.
Wayne threatening, 1st and goal. Looks to be about maybe the 2-yard line. Now we've got a timeout on the field. Bishop Dwenger wants to talk about things. So we'll step out for a 30-second break as well. When we come back, Wayne facing a 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line of Dwenger. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Championship Football here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Clear.
Sports medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Back to live action here. This is second quarter action. 29.9 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The timeout is over. Wayne is looking at a 1st and goal from the Bishop Dwenger 2-yard line. Plenty of timeouts on both squads here. Here's a snap. Get to the big man through the middle. He hits a wall. Big push, still on his feet, trying to find an edge. Does it get in? Touchdown, Wayne.
Wow, the Generals give the Saints a little dose of their own medicine. They went power eye, handed it off to Darius Alexander, playing the Joe Tippmann power back or fullback position. And yeah, again, one of those plays where it's kind of like looking in a mirror.
That's it right there. Darius Alexander, and folks, if you're just joining us, he checks in 6'6", 287. And yeah, big power game right there. 6 points on the board for the Wayne Generals.
Now, the Generals have had some struggles kicking extra points this season. This may loom large.
More than a couple. Yeah, it might. The kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 is your score. The Wayne Generals strike first with 22.6 seconds remaining here in the first half. We'll step out for a 30-second break. You're listening to Championship Football here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Clear.
Runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business. It's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
45, that is 52, Darius Alexander. The PAT was made by Sotero, and now it's 7-0. Wayne on top of the Bishop Dwenger Saints with 22.6 seconds remaining here in the first half.
You almost get the sense that they watched film of the Saints from the last couple of weeks and said, man, that play looks great. Let's put that in our offense.
Why aren't we doing that? Yeah. Here's Sotero's kick. It's a low liner taken near the 22-yard line by an up back, looking for some room, breaking it to the outside. He's got a little wall out to the 40, getting pushed out of bounds past the 45-yard line.
That Hayden Ellinger on the return absolutely took it out to the 45. I was going to say that the Saints may just be happy taking a knee and going in at half, but with the ball at the 45, I think they've got to take some shots here.
Well, and who gets the ball to start the third quarter?
The Generals do.
That's
so
right.
12.8 left. I presume that they would throw this up, try to get Eifert involved here.
They place it right at the 45-yard line. I do like the fact. Now, Ellinger took a shot right there at the sidelines, got driven back into the bench. Brandon Young, the quarterback, was right there lending a hand down to help pick him up. That's sportsmanship. That's what IHSAA athletics is all about right there.
Love to see it.
Here's Lytle from the shotgun looking to throw on first down. He's got pressure. He steps up. Oh, he is caught, and he goes down with a sack.
Craig Young.
No face mask there.
Number 11, Craig Young, on another sack. He has been unblockable in the pass game on the rush.
And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. A huge, huge first half for the Wayne Generals as time expires. 7-0 is your score. Zeros on the scoreboard, and it is time for halftime here at Wayne High School. Stick around, folks. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to Championship Football here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
You're clear.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live. as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Interview, Nick Gray, take it away.
Well, welcome to the sidelines, everybody. What an exciting evening. And we have a little bit more excitement for you. Maybe Amy Johns, Associate Superintendent of the Catholic Schools Office. Amy is much smarter than all of us. So welcome to the sidelines, Amy.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, I know we've talked before, and it's always great to have somebody down from home office and joining us. But you have a long tradition here on the sidelines at Bishop Dwenger football games. Tell us a little bit about that.
I did. I feel like I've grown up at these ball games. It started from before I was born with my dad coaching, starting out as assistant coach, and then a head coach, and then retired and AD. So, Dwenger and the sidelines and the basketball court's been home for years. 40 plus years now.
And I know you just told me that you were a 95 graduate of Bishop Dwenger, so that's pretty amazing too. It seems like a long time ago, right?
It does. It does. I'm like, every time I see, my classmates and their kids coming up through the grades, and how can we be that old? Where did the time go? Didn't we just graduate? So yeah.
Well, you gotta have a good feeling, or a good feeling about you with all the impact that you've had over the years. Whether it be at St. Charles or Bishop Dwenger, and then now down at on the diocesan level. Isn't that pretty amazing?
It is. It is amazing, I guess would be the word I would use. It's a privilege every day to be able to work in the diocese, to work with the kids, the teachers, the principals. I'm very blessed. Some of the kids that I had in second grade, I had again in junior high, and then I had again at Dwenger. So I got to watch these kids grow up from 7-year-olds to be, high school graduates and move on to college. So it's really, really neat to watch them, grow in their faith, grow academically, and see what they are today.
Yeah, and so a lot of times
when you experience a sports injury, muscle, or joint pain, you want treatment right away. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without referral or appointment, offering diagnostics, x-rays, the region's only body composition DEXA scan right inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7, Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. For more information, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com/orthoexpress.
It's the Comets.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
This is the first time I've been able to do this kind of more complete understanding or view of your body. One of the things that's really important about this is that it's kind of legitimizing us as athletes.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Concussions. They're a concern for parents of athletes in any sport. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine is leading the way with the area's first concussion clinic. Our integrated sports medicine team utilizes an innovative, evidence-based approach to manage athletic-related head injuries in those 14 and older, providing comprehensive care to get the athlete you love safely back in play. To schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Parkview Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Also had just 2 carries for a -3 yards. So 31 total yards rushing for the Wayne Generals, but the story of the game is passing. Brandon Young, 10 of 12 through the air for 133 yards. Done an outstanding job. 10 of 12 I'm no math major, but that seems to be far better than his season-long 52% completion percentage. We've got Craig Young, 2 catches for 49 yards. Devonair Kelsaw, 2 receptions, just 3 yards. Xavier Ellington, a catch for 14 yards. Chambers had a catch for 16 yards. Tolles, 3 catches for 45 yards. Probably been the story of the first half.
A name we were not really going to talk about
absolutely.
too much, I think. Yeah.
And then Adams had 1 catch for 6 yards. So 133 yards passing, 164 total yards for the Wayne Generals in the first half. Now the Saints, we can go through this one pretty quickly.
Yeah.
We've got a situation where Devin Tittman had 8 carries for 10 yards. Hayden Ellinger had 2 carries for 6 yards. Brendan Lytle had 2 carries, which were sacks, for -4 yards. 12 yards rushing. Brendan Lytle is 0 for 3 through the air, 0 yards passing. The Bishop Dwenger Saints have 12 total offensive yards and no first downs in the first half.
Yeah, and so what that let's talk about that a little bit. And again, special thanks to Charlie for doing those, and we'll hear about the final stats at the end of the game as well. But Corey, really, I think hats off to really the coaches and players from Wayne dissecting that Saints offense, but more than just X's and O's. They're really out physicaling the Saints at this point.
We talked about it before the game, Sean. If you're going to beat Bishop Dwenger, you've got to be able to match what they do in the trenches. And so far tonight, Wayne has been that and then some.
Yeah.
They have matched that and then some in the trenches and won the battle up front so far. And I'm sure that Coach Garrett is probably preaching that in the locker room right now, that just doesn't happen to the Bishop Dwenger Saints, and that's got to change. But this does not surprise me, their ability to stop the running game. If you remember, we've talked about it earlier in the game a couple of times, but even in a 22-0 defeat in the first game of the season, the Wayne Generals only gave up 74 yards rushing that night to Bishop Dwenger. So this is not out of character for them. They've been good up front on defense all season long.
Well, and we talked about this as well, even the Snyder game. When you look back at that film, what was Snyder able to do? They were able to, which is different than what Wayne has been able to do, but Snyder been able to shut down that offense, but more importantly, on the offensive side of things for Snyder, they were able to grind out long, sustaining drives, keeping that offense off the field.
Well,
other than that, it's been really the same MO for both this Wayne and Snyder squads up against Dwenger.
Now, Wayne's a little bit different recipe offensively with that 10 of 12 through the air, though.
Right.
That's something that Snyder really didn't have a tremendous amount of success with. They were able to run the football, whereas Wayne really hasn't been able to run the football all that successfully. I think a lot to do with the field conditions in between the hash marks have made that difficult for both teams. games, but their ability to throw 10 of 12 for Brandon Young, you got to give your hat tip to him as well as the coaching staff for the pass plays that they have designed, because they have had guys wide open, as you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, they did. Absolutely right. So again, Wayne in charge and on top here at the halftime break. We're going to go ahead and step out for another little break ourselves. When we come back in 1 minute, we'll check in with Eric Pete and Nick Gray down on the field with some scores and updates from around the area. And we'll roundtable for what's coming up in the third quarter. So stick around, football fans. Lots more to talk about here during our halftime show, brought to you by Shawnee Construction and Engineering. We're back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Championship Football on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care, helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way, offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
We are back to our halftime presentation here. About 3 minutes to go here in the halftime at the Wayne High School, where the Wayne Generals are on top of the Bishop Dwenger Saints 7-0 here. And again, that last scoring drive, again, Corey, at deja vu or looking in the mirror when Darius Alexander lined up in the backfield as a power back, and the entire scrum, they get to the goal line, they shift, they keep shifting, 4, 5, 6 big pushes, and finally they break the plane. And then Sotero's PAT was good. So again, that as you said, that could have been a big point.
That is it's a big deal, and
yeah.
I don't think any kick is an easy kick on this field tonight,
right.
And in particular with the struggles that they've had in kicking those all season long.
Right.
So kudos to him.
On the sidelines, we get a little different perspective of the game, and we're going to check in with Eric Pete, talk a little bit about the first half, Eric, but more specifically maybe what you might expect out of the second half of action. What do you have for us down there?
Well, thank you, Sean. The number one observation from the sidelines is just this is an electric atmosphere. Both stands near filled. The Dwenger faithful really came out, large student section. You mentioned the sanctuary earlier. Wayne showed up too. This is not like the last couple of games that we saw on the road, Logansport and West Noble, where the home faithful didn't necessarily show as much as you thought they would. They showed up to this game. You got the feeling that not only the players but the fans understood the enormity of this moment for both squads, being a sectional championship. But one observation, guys, you just cannot put a measure or price tag on determination. And the Wayne Generals have exactly that. After coming out and, Derek Moore in his fourth year, he's kind of basically, you could say this is his senior year at Wayne because he's been here 4 years. He's grown up along with this senior class. And you can't say enough about the turnaround that they've engineered after winning 0 games as freshmen, 2 as sophomores, 5 last year, and now 9 and counting this year. And, when you have a team like that basically gets it all going, they get it turned around, they get respect in the SAC with that win over Snyder, and what's left? Toppling the Bishop Dwenger Saints, something they have not done. They've lost to them 6 times in 4 years, including knocking them out of the postseason in 2015 and 2017. So these seniors, they do not want to go out like they have twice before at the hands of the Saints. They want to come out here and take this one. So, you could say that they've got a little bit more of a chip on their shoulder than the Saints do. And like I said, that's not something that can easily be measured.
Well, you bring up a great point, Eric. And in particular, the fact that this is Coach Moore's 4th year. He's got 52 players on that team, and 22 of them are seniors that have been through it in the 4 years that he's been here. He has nurtured those guys from freshman on up to the senior year, and you are so right. They are determined. He's mentioned all week in interviews that they aren't coming out here to make this close. They expect to win. And we talked about early on, Sean, in the opening minutes of our broadcast about the keys to victory, and that was the Wayne Generals getting off to a good start because they feed on confidence. And I'm going to tell you, after that first half, they should be full of confidence right now.
You're exactly right. And again, just a reminder to our listeners, Wayne is set to receive the ball here in the third quarter. So they go in the waning seconds of the first half with a score and a sack. You know, that last play of the first half was a big sack against Lytle, so they're flying high. You know, they go in very positive. They work on a couple things. Coaches them up for the second half, and so they are at a different level, mentally than being down right now. So it's going to be a very exciting third quarter. And really, from the Saints' perspective, I don't know what adjustments that they can make at this point, Corey, because the passing game ineffective. Missed opportunities, and really the pocket hasn't been there, and the run game it's just not there. Charlie even talked about during the break, okay, if Devin Tippmann isn't getting it done, where's TJ Tippmann? Where's McGarry in the backfield as a lead blocker or getting it done via the power set? Well, these are good questions, right? Maybe we'll see that.
That's a great question. Seniors versus underclassmen in the backfield potentially. But I got to tell you, I'm not sure it mattered if we had Walter Payton back there right now because there are no holes to run through.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's what they are trying to figure out at halftime is how to generate some holes up front in that Wayne General defense because they have been absolutely stout up front thus far. Now, coming out here in the second half, Wayne's getting the ball back, and I'm sure the Wayne Generals went in the locker room and said, hey, listen, as much trouble as the Saints have had moving the ball, if we can come out and put a score on the board on this first drive, we may end this thing.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and that would be the proper message. You betcha. Well, the teams are back out onto the fields. The Saints have gone over to the sidelines as the Wayne Generals are still stretching, getting ready for the third quarter, second half of action, and we're going to step out for another little 30-second break. When we come back, we will have the third quarter kickoff here, ladies and gentlemen. 7-0 is your score. The Wayne Generals on top of the Bishop Dwenger Saints. You're listening to Championship Football. Right?
Runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business. It's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Built a reputation for fresh, custom meat orders. If you'd like that special cut of beef for your next gathering, Tim Didier Meats can help. Prime rib, filet mignon, and Tim's own special ground beef, made fresh daily, can be ordered within an hour's notice. To place your order, call 260-482-8400 or find them on the web at timdidiermeats.com. Alongside Corey Kitchen, I'm Sean McBride, and we're broadcasting live from Wayne High School, where the score is 7-0 Wayne on top of Bishop Dwenger, and we are moments away from third quarter action. Wayne preparing to receive this ball. Elliott back there.
No turnovers in the first half, Sean. That's something else that has been a bugaboo for the Generals at times this year. The reason they're in control of this game is because they have not turned it over either.
Couple fumbles, but no turnovers. Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. Craig Young also back deep for Wayne. Filler puts his leg into it, end over end kick, a little shallow, takes a hop near the 20, gets past Young, still on the round. He covers it up near the 13-yard line.
Tough situation there with the ball just kind of skidding down the field in the mud, and just had to get on it and live to fight another play, but maintain the football.
Brandon Young, number 7, is your Wayne quarterback. He's a senior, checking in at 6'3", 185 pounds. And, of course, Wayne will huddle up here at the sideline And when the coaches are ready, they'll send them out for action. And here we are, start of the third quarter, 7-0 Wayne on top of Dwenger. Dwenger defense out there, 3-man front. Linebackers doing a pretty good job controlling that run offense for Wayne. But the passing attack, let's see what happens. Under center, Young. Quick give to the tailback, trying to find that edge out there. He's hit and going to be dropped. That looks like another tackle for loss back near the 12.
You hit the nail on the head. The linebackers are just so good for the Saints. That time it looked like Hayden Ellinger was in on that play. Just doing an outstanding job of getting to that ball carrier.
Call that no gain, brings up 2nd and 10. Again, Wayne tries to get those runners out to the edge and give them the opportunity to go north and south. The interior really hasn't worked too much for him so far. Man in motion now, coming to the right side now, flowing through the middle. Another handoff, trying to bounce it outside. He's hit near the 16, get a big push out close to the 18, maybe the 19. Tough to bring down, and finally the whistle blows.
I think we had all 10 or 11 Saints on defense in on that tackle and that scrum. But a pretty nice gain for the Generals, giving them at least a manageable 3rd and 5.
Again, very difficult to call out numbers here. Most of the jerseys covered in mud. I believe that might have been Fields on the carry.
Dangerous play call right here. 3rd and 5, deep in their own territory, coming out in the second half. This might be a big play. Concerned if they put the ball up in the air. You got to be careful here.
On 3rd and 5, man in motion to the left side now. Here's a snap play given to the tailback. He's hit at the line and dropped. No gain.
Yeah, looks like Wayne went conservative on that play, just a handoff up the middle. They are living to fight, punt it away, and rely on their defense.
So 4th and 5 is going to bring up that punt situation. Sotero will be back to launch this one, wearing number 57. 2 men back deep for the Saints. That's Howe and Eifert, and they are standing in Wayne territory. So the Saints could, if in fact they bring in a return, could be looking really good here to start the third quarter. Sotero has the ball. Line side shot this time, still in Wayne territory and stopped near the 44-yard line.
Saints defense really did the job there, forced a 3-and-out right out of the gate in the second half, exactly what they're looking to do, giving the offense field position in the Wayne side of the field here. So box 1, check mark for the Saints to open up the second half.
44 yards to go for the Saints score. Now let's see if in fact the offense can get something done. Lytle's going to be in under center with an I formation behind him. And now we've got a timeout on the play as the officials get set. Whistle blows and we're ready to go. Hard snap, and Wayne is drawn off sides.
Saints pick up a quick 5 yards with a hard count there. It's about half of their first half yardage.
Yeah, they'll take any. They had 12 in the first half. Their percentage goes up wildly with a 5-yard gain. All right, so 1st and 5 for the Saints. After the hard count, draws off Wayne. Taking the ball inside the 40 down to the 39. Lytle again under center with that I formation. Here's a snap, good to the tailback. Running right side, he finds Little Seam. He's got a first down to the 30.
And there's the Saints' first down of the night. Devin Tippmann, real hard off-tackle run. Looks like the Saints look like a little bit more determined here coming out of the halftime locker room.
Well, Coach Garrett does have a taser. Maybe
if he needs it.
Just teasing. Just north of the 30 and a fresh set of downs for the Saints. Into Wayne territory. They're moving right to left on your radio dial. 2 wide outs to the left side, 1 wide right, and a single setback. Give to that tailback through the middle. He's got some room. Bouncing it outside. Left side. He gets a block. Taken down inside the red zone. Close to the 15 is Devin Tippmann.
Went out of the shotgun. 1-back power play where they pull the right guard around to the left side. Hand off to Devin Tippmann. Found a bunch of yardage. Obviously, the Saints made some really nice halftime adjustments up front in the run game. Already surpassing their first half yardage total.
That they have. 1st and 10 in the red zone now at the 15-yard line of Wayne. I formation, Lytle under center. Here's a snap, tailback, Tippmann, off tackle right, gets a nice push out there. Another 5-yard gain close to the 10.
Just an I formation isolation play to Tippmann there. kind of the bread and butter of what the Saints do, and pick up another 4 or 5 yards.
They're going to mark it at the 11, so we'll call that officially a gain of 4. Brings up 2nd and 6 for the Saints. This is third quarter action. 8:35 remaining in the quarter. 7-0 is your score. Wayne on top. Dwenger threatening. Lytle in the shotgun with a single setback. Give to Tippmann. Tries his way through the middle. Not much there this time.
Tried the same play from 2 plays ago. That power left, pulling that right guard around to the left side, and Wayne obviously made an adjustment on that play, and were able to stuff it. 3rd and 5 at the 10.
Big down for the Saints as 4 new players come in.
Heavy package, Sean.
That's exactly right. Big Joe Tippmann in there. Meniere's in there. McGarry's in there.
And the heavy package on defense comes in for the Wayne Generals. We're going to have mano-a-mano up front here.
The ground is going to shake here in mere moments here at Wayne Stadium. Power eye left. Big Joe Tippmann, your lead blocker. He's out there guiding traffic. We've got a first down. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
TJ Tippmann was not going to be denied. That's a little different running back than Devin. Devin does a great job, but TJ has that ability to spin that Devin hasn't really picked up yet. And that was a huge play for the Saints right there.
A 10-yard score from the Saints. And we've got a ball game again on our hands. As the Saints, during the halftime break, made adjustments, marched right down the short field, and scored. You know, another thing that TJ can do is hide behind Joe Tippmann, where Devin can't.
That's exactly right. Great point.
Garrett, number 24, cleanest jersey on the field, in for the PAT. The kick is up. It's a low liner. Did he make it? He did. Sevens. We're all knotted up here in the third quarter as the Saints respond to start the third quarter. Stick around, folks. We're back in 30. This is sectional championship football right here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
4 yards into the house with TJ Tippmann running behind Big Joe Tippmann, and icing on the cake provided by Michael Garrett. So we're knotted up here at 7s, and the Saints preparing to kick this one away.
I think Charlie might be onto something from his halftime observation about the running back difference. Devin's done a great job all season. His running gait, his stride is a little bit different in this kind of mud. TJ seems to be quick, kind of a pitter-patter of steps. Might be more effective in this.
Might a little more chop to it. Here's Filler with the kickoff from the 40. It is a short end-over-end kick and a little bobble, but he's got it running across field looking for a block. He's at the 30, looking for more room, gets north and south, gets it out to about the 35 before he's taken down.
That's number 6, Mahir Baker for the Generals, a 5'7", 162-pound junior with a fairly nice return, giving the Generals the ball out around the 35.
Football fans, Redeemer Radio would like to thank Notre Dame Federal Credit Union for their continual support of our Catholic high school sports coverage in Fort Wayne. That's Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. The Wayne Generals prepare for their second drive here in the third quarter. Young will be under center. Single setback. Here's a snap. Play action. He's rolling to his left. Got a little pressure. He's still rolling. Still has some time now. Launches down the field. He's got a man. Knocked away. Incomplete.
Sam Obergfell from his backside corner position stayed with the receiver on that particular play. Eric Adams, all the way across the field, was able to get a hand out in front and knock it away. Great job by Sam Obergfell.
Obergfell, that was a highlight play on defense right there for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. My, oh my, that was huge. So again, that stops the clock with 7:20 to go here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10 now for the Wayne Generals as they break huddle and come to the line. Wide out left and right. Wings left and right. Young under center. Wing back now shifting to the right side. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback. Going to the right side. He slips down, and he's going to fall forward past the 35 out to the 36.
Just nowhere to run in that mud to get any traction. The first down play action play is a great play if you complete it, but if not, you're looking at 2nd and 10, and you pick up a yard on 2nd and 10. Here we are at 3rd and 9 in a tough long yardage situation.
That is a tough one right there. Young's passing has been effective tonight. Let's see if, in fact, he can connect here. He's going to need it. On 3rd and 9 from the 36-yard line. Same formation, double wings, wide out left and right. Wing back shifting to the left side now. Here's a snap. Counter's coming. He looks to throw. Throws it right over the middle, and it is caught in stride at the 50. The 40. Gets hit and dropped at about the 32-yard line.
Outstanding play action play to Xavier Ellington. The backside tight end came across the field on a drag route, and nobody typically bites on a 3rd and 9 play action play, but they were able to make it effective.
Number 41, Ellington, with a huge catch that time, and a fresh set of downs now for the Wayne Generals in Dwenger territory down to the 32-yard line. That was big, Corey. That was a big play.
Big 3rd down conversion on 3rd and 9.
Young now under center. Again, that double wing look. Man in motion to the left side. Now we've got some motion, and I believe that hard count drew Dwenger off.
We had number 3, Eric Adams,
okay.
The wide out for the Generals, moved forward on that. So the Wayne's looking at 1st and 15.
That they are, playing behind the sticks now. Coach Moore came out to the numbers with his hands on his hips looking at that player. I felt bad for him there. At a 1st and 15 after the 5-yard walk-off, takes the ball out to the 37-yard line of the Saints.
You get so upset with those wide receivers because their job is simply to look in at the ball.
Right. Again, man in motion to the left side. They go right this time, looking for some room. Pocket collapsing, getting close to the 35. So maybe a gain of a couple that time.
Same off-tackle outside zone play that Wayne ran 2 plays ago. Again, not much yardage there. The Saints linebackers just flow so well to the football.
That was, again, Fields, Keyshawn Fields, number 9 on the carry. They mark it directly at the 35-yard line. Still 2nd and long coming up. 2nd and 14 looks like. As Young comes in from the sidelines with the play. He'll have a single setback in Fields. Here's a snap. Play action. He rolls out of the pocket, looking, still has time, dumps it. Incomplete, knocked out of the air. Dangerous pass that time by Young.
Yeah, he just tried to kind of shovel it forward to Craig Young and got batted down, I believe. And so we're looking at 3rd and 13.
I think that was Ellinger that time, got his paw on that ball as they mark it back at the 35-yard line. So a big passing down. Again, last time they were facing 3rd and long, they did a great job of converting that. And now they're looking at it again, this time even longer. 3rd and 13 coming up here.
They did indeed, and I think they're going to talk about it a little bit.
That's exactly right. Wayne calls a timeout here in the 3rd quarter with 5:06 remaining. We'll step out for a 30-second break. You're listening to Sectional Championship Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Clear.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Called by the Wayne Generals here in the 3rd quarter. 5:06 remaining. 7-7 is your score. Saints able to, on their first drive in the 3rd quarter, knot it back up. Eliminate some of that momentum that Wayne went into the locker room with.
Got 3rd and 13 here at the Saints 35. This is probably 4-down territory. They're thinking, what can we run on our first play to maybe pick up half of this,
right?
So that we can make a 4th and manageable.
One wide out left, one wide out right, and double wings for the Wayne Generals. Young under center, wing back shifting to the left now. Here's a snap. Rolling to the left is Young. Looking. He's got trouble now. Rolling out to the right. Throws it, guns it downfield, and it is going to be incomplete that time. 2 men in the zone, and it's going to be no good.
The Saints have had such a phenomenal pass rush all season long, but the Wayne Generals front 5 offensive linemen, in addition to the muddy field, have really negated that.
That's true. And it looks like the punt team is coming on with 4th and 13 from the 35. Maybe a coffin corner kick is what they're going to attempt here.
Try to pin them deep.
Sotero is coming on, number 57. He'll kick this one from about the 44. 2 men back deep for the Saints, standing inside the 10. And now whoa. We've got a flag on the play. Offsides.
Offensive offsides. Look like they lined up in the neutral zone on the punt team. So we're looking at 4th and 18.
And not such a bad thing from the punter's perspective. That actually might give him even a little bit more opportunity to do some damage here.
Yeah, he doesn't have to give any real consideration to pooching it
he
now.
Can just launch it.
Yeah, he can let her go.
So they place the ball back at the 40-yard line, and the punt team's still on. 4th and 18. Sotero awaits the snap. Good snap. Kicks it from the 50. And it's a pooch kick, and it's going to trickle down inside the 20. Roll out of bounds near the 17. So the Saints defense comes up, makes another stop here in the third quarter, and the offense comes back out onto the field. Again, 7-7 is our third quarter score with 4:55 remaining. And the Saints now driving right to left on your radio dial to start this drive.
They found some real effectiveness in the running game on the last series. I'm sure they'll go right back to that and see if they can keep the momentum going.
So they mark it down at the... Okay, they moved it up a yard to the 17, yeah. Okay, here come the Saints on offense, led by the sophomore quarterback Lytle. In the shotgun with a single setback. Good snap, quick give. Right side, bounces off one, he's got a shoestring, and finally gets taken out after a gain of 1 or 2. That was Devin Tippmann on the carry that time.
Just not much there. Didn't appear to be a power. I don't think they pulled a lineman, just a straight-up zone play from the one-back shotgun look, and Wayne was there with more than one defender to really limit that run.
Running behind Wigington out the off-tackle right. Call that a gain of 2, brings up 2nd and 8 now for the Saints. Lytle under center, I formation, give to the tailback, trying to find the edge. Nothing there. Nothing at all.
Went isolation play off the left side, and Darius Alexander was in there. He has been an absolute mismatch for the Dwenger guards tonight up front.
Yeah, they can't do anything with him. Nothing whatsoever. Falling forward for a gain of a little bit. We're still going to call it a 3rd and 8 here for the Saints. 3rd and long is not their cup of tea.
And he looked long and hard at that play card on his wrist, Sean, to figure out what the play was. So not one that rolls off the tongue, it appears.
No, they empty the backfield, throw a quick out route, nearly picked.
Holy smokes.
Incomplete. He was going for O'Keefe on the deep hitch.
Eric Winborn, I think that went off his helmet.
I think it did too.
If he'd have had his hands up in the air, I think he could have had pick 6 all day long.
Yeah. Well, the incomplete pass results in a 3 and out for the Saints, and good field position coming up for the Wayne Generals.
Exactly what they wanted from their defense right there.
Yeah. Back deep is Elliott along with Mahir Baker. Here is the punt by Filler, and it's going to be taken. This time Elliott has it at the 50, gets it down inside the 45, down to the 41-yard line.
Ronald Elliott III, as you mentioned, Sean, 5'10", 150-pound junior on the return there. And Generals are in business with the ball at about the 42-yard line of the Saints. Great defensive stand. Good job in special teams to flip the field, and here they go on offense.
See, and this is exactly just about the same spot that the Saints took over with a short field where they were able to score.
Great observation.
Yeah. So let's see if, in fact, Wayne can pull off a score here, starting with this 1st and 10. Double tights, wide out left and right. Little counter, breaking it to the outside. He's hitting the backfield. Can't find much there. driven back inside, and a host of Saints bring him down at the 40.
Power play off the right side, and there's a penalty flag down right at the spot. We could have a holding situation.
Typically what it is in that scrum there. It would have been a gain of 2 close to the 40, but let's see what the call is. It is going to be holding against Wayne. I believe that's the first hold of the night.
I believe it is, and that's a tough situation to do it in. You're going to back yourself up to a 1st and 20 now on your side of the 50.
Right. You know, Corey, it's not a red zone mistake, but it kind of feels like it. You know,
does.
They're not getting this many chances, and you got to make it count. So
yardage is so difficult to come by this evening that, that 10 yards is a huge deal.
It is. So it's back in Wayne territory at the 49-yard line. They'll replay 1st and down, 1st and 20 now. Young under center. Here's a snap. Looks to throw. Looking left. Firing left. And he's got a man on the slant. And it looks like he got that 10 yards back.
It's number 16, Cam Chambers for the Wayne Generals. That was a phenomenal throw. I mean, he threw thatall before the receiver had even come open or even finished his break on that slant route.
Great job.
Right behind the defender that was covering the out route. So it was a dangerous throw, but very effective.
Chambers has, before tonight, 15 receptions on the season with 5 touchdown catches for the Generals. Gain of 10 that time, brings up 2nd and 10 now. Ball back at the 42-yard line. Here's a snap. Play action, looks to throw, looking left, going left. He's going for the home run shot, incomplete.
Went double move on the hitch and go outside to Chambers again. Went back to the well one more time and just over his reach.
I think Renbarger was out there with good coverage for the Saints.
Yeah, he did a nice job of it. You made a great point there, Sean, that he really didn't bite on that double move.
So that brings up 3rd and 10 now for the Wayne Generals. Let's check the clock. 2:24 remains here in the third quarter. We're knotted up at 7s. Ball at the Dwenger 42-yard line. Wayne facing a tough 3rd and 10. Young calls for motion. Man now comes to the left side, goes across the field. Here's a snap. He looks to throw. He's got a screen set up on the right side, and it's taken out immediately, dragging a tackler with him down inside the 40, still on his feet at the 42, getting down to the 36. Unbelievable play.
Incredible individual effort. It looked like Keyshawn Fields. Tough to tell with the muddy jersey. Absolutely. Keyshawn Fields, number 9. Great tackle by Hayden Ellinger, but Fields just took him for a ride.
Yeah, you got to bring him down. Wow.
Interesting situation here. 4th and 5. Earlier they punted on the last drive in this scenario.
Yep, right about the same spot. I think it was from the 35. Now they're at the 37, and the offense stays on. 4th and 5. Big down here for the Wayne Generals.
You just feel the energy in the stands.
Young under center, double wing set. Here's a snap. Play action, rolling to his left. Got some pressure from Tippmann. No call. Throws it over the middle. He's got his man. It is caught inside the 25-yard line.
Big play, Craig Young, number 11, Ohio State commit. Did an outstanding job on the drag route, and that's a huge 4th down play.
Absolutely critical for Wayne's success right there as they mark it just inside the 25.
I thought he had Ellington open on in the left flat, and he went away from him and chose Craig coming across the middle. Great decision on Brandon Young's part.
1st and 10 for the Wayne Generals, just outside the red zone. Here's a snap. Quick blast through the middle. Checks off, takes it down, nothing there. Tries to slip as he tries to bounce it outside is Keyshawn Fields.
This field is just incredible, frankly.
Yeah.
Just as you mentioned earlier, just like every field across the city of Fort Wayne, they're just impossible to get your footing.
Call that a loss at 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 for the Generals as Brandon Young comes in from the sideline. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter, knotted up at 7s. And that spot takes it out past, looks to be about at the 27-yard line. Young will be under center in a double tight formation. Man in motion now coming to the right side. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback to the right side. Tries to find some north and south. Won't find much. Gets inside the 24 before he's upended.
Outside zone play. TJ Tippmann coming up from his strong safety spot, puts a stick on, and Fields goes head over heels on that particular play.
All right, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and long situation for the Generals. And will they get the play off is the question. 6, 5, 4, 3. They are lined up. I don't think they're going to get this one off. Oh, they whistled a timeout?
Dwenger called one.
Dwenger calls a timeout with 2 seconds left.
2 seconds. Wow, I would have to suggest to you that's we kind of missed the clock there.
Yeah.
From a coaching staff perspective, you got to know what's on the time clock, and I can't imagine that they wanted to call a timeout with 2 seconds left.
Situational awareness.
Yes.
Hey, we haven't checked in with Nick Gray in quite some time now. This gives us an opportunity. Hopefully he's not at the concession stand. Nick, are you with us?
I wish I had some coffee down here, guys. It's starting to get a little chilly out here.
Yeah. What do you have for us?
Well, Homestead is leading Snyder right now, 28-14. The winner of that game will play Carmel, which is over at Lafayette Jefferson. And right now, Lafayette Jefferson's winning that matchup. Angola, Northwood. The winner of that game will play the winner of this game. Right now, Northwood's leading that 18-8. Then Bishop Luers is beating Belmont 27-7. They will play the winner of Maconaquah and Mishawaka Marion. Right now, Mishawaka Marion's leading 14-7. So that's where we're at. Back up to you guys.
Thanks very much, Nick Gray.
It's so cold he couldn't get Maconaquah out.
That's right. On 3rd and 10, and the Wayne Generals after the timeout with 2 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Ball at the 24-yard line. Young, snap from shotgun. Blitz comes from the outside. It's picked up. He's got time. Throws over the middle. He's got it. It's a catch. We've got flags coming out.
I believe they waved off the catch from the perspective of incomplete, but we're going to see which direction this interference call is going to go.
Yeah, there were 2 flags coming out from not only the side judge but the back judge as well. And I think this is
against the Saints in the secondary.
Yep. So a huge penalty against the Saints.
Should be a first down as well, I believe.
Let's see where they mark it. Even if it is just a 10-yarder, they were needing 10. That's what they get. It should be a 1st and 10 coming up for the Wayne Generals as they move the ball inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And it is a 1st and 10 for the Wayne Generals.
Wow.
Now that should also take it into 4th quarter action, should it not? It does. That ends the 3rd quarter right there. We're going to step out for a 1-minute break. When we come back, the Wayne Generals are threatening. The score is 7-7. We're all knotted up and 12 minutes left to play here for a sectional championship. Stick around, football fans. This is Championship Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Clear.
Runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Cannot end a quarter on a penalty like that. So the Wayne Generals will come out with a 1st and 10. Ball resting at the 14-yard line of the Saints. Young will be under center. 2 tight ends set. Single setback trying to find his way through the middle. Pushing to the left side, falling down about the 12-yard line, gain of a couple.
Just a zone running play. Fields was not able to find any yardage in there on that Dwenger defensive front.
And now they will swap sides, so that should about do it for technically, the end of the 3rd quarter. Well, Corey, we saw the Bishop Dwenger Saints in the third quarter come back. They seem to have a lot of momentum, get the running game going on that short field, and then it just kind of went away, if you will. I don't know, but it's going to be a very, very interesting fourth quarter, especially with Wayne threatening clearly in 4-down territory already to start this fourth quarter.
Yep,
So,
second and 10 inside the 15-yard line of the Saints. Obviously, this is a huge drive for them. Might be the drive of the game, quite frankly, for both sides. The way that this has gone back and forth in a 7-7 contest so far. Very even. You mentioned it. The Saints came out from half and really did the job. A 3-and-out on defense, took the short field in, scored to knock this thing up, but it's been a stalemate since.
and it has. Well, folks, just a reminder that H&L Electric is your full-service electrical contractor. From commercial and industrial to residential work, H&L Electric can handle the smallest to the largest of projects for your business or residence. Call Pete Henry at H&L Electric.
I'm not sure that the Generals are going to be able to run the football into the end zone here. I think they're going to have to come up with something in a play-action situation. I'd get Brandon Young out on the edge, give him the run-pass option. He doesn't run it much, but I would do that, get him out and in space, moving around. And again, I'd look for Craig Young down here.
Yep.
He's your best athlete. Put it up and let him go get it.
They've been effectively screening as well. Let's see what they do here. On 2nd and 8. Here's a snap, play action, rolling to his left side, looking to throw. He's got pressure, going back to the right, dumps it. He's got a man, and it's going to be caught. Missed tackle, touchdown.
The Saints don't miss tackles, but T.J. McGarry, it appears, no. Is that T.J.? Boy, tough to tell on the numbers.
Right.
I believe it's T.J. McGarry missed that tackle. Hate to credit him if it was not, but I believe, yeah, it's 30. T.J. McGarry, who never misses a tackle, missed that one, and that's a big play.
It was a big play. 6 more points on the board for the Wayne Generals to start this fourth quarter. Sotero in for the PAT as they get set and ready to line up.
This might be big again, Sean.
Yep.
Nope.
Nope, no good. Not good at all. So no good that way. 13-7 is now your score with 11:51 to play in the fourth quarter. We'll step out for a 30-second break. This is Championship Football on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Clear.
Sports medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
2, 1.
We are back to live action at Wayne High School. Along with Corey Kitchen, I'm Sean McBride. On the field, we've got Eric Pete and Nick Gray. And right now, the Wayne Generals are on top of the Bishop Dwenger Saints 13-7. And we've seen it before, and we'll see it again. Will that 1 point, will special teams come down to it? This is the question. We are now officially in the fourth quarter with 11:51 to go in the contest. A lot of football left to be played.
The Saints have a lot of guys that do not go both ways, whereas the Wayne Generals have a lot of kids playing on both sides of the football. Right now is when you would see that make an impact. I see Craig Young down there stretching. He doesn't come off the field.
Right.
We'll see if that makes an impact here.
Sotero's kick is right down the middle. Scooped up near the 15-yard line to the 20, 25. Hits the wall, trying to bounce it outside is Howie Steele. He's got the lane. He's out at the 40. Gets to the sidelines, taken out of bounds near the 45.
Great run back by Howie Steele. Just what the Saints needed to start this drive off. Great field position. Gets it back to about the 43.
So another short field in possession of the Saints here. That's what they needed. Special teams for the Saints have really, really done their job throughout the entire season so far, Corey.
All season long. Todd Ellinger, the special teams coordinator, should be commended. Done an outstanding job.
Up-tempo here by the Saints as they come out to the line. I formation, Lytle under center. Wide out left and right. And now we've got a timeout.
No, we've got a procedure on the Saints.
All right, so that's going to bring up a 1st and 15 then for the Saints. Got to go up tempo. Everything has to fire correctly. Not too early, not too late. And this moves them back now to the 39-yard line.
Couldn't tell if that was a wide receiver that jumped again. The Generals had one of those earlier, and the Saints just had one, I think, now. Boy, nothing fires you up as an offensive coach more than those guys are supposed to be looking in at the football.
That's right. I formation again for the Saints. And now we've got movement by the Wayne Generals, it looks like.
Give 5 right back.
5 right back. Okay. So some cleverness there by the Saints on the hard count. And now they're facing a 1st and 10 again. Lytle comes in from the sidelines.
1st and 10, midfield. Big run back. Wouldn't be shocked by a play-action shot here.
Devin Tippman, the tailback back there. Lucas Crone, the fullback in the I formation. Here's a snap. Give to Tippman. Off tackle, right side. He finds a seam but gets tripped. He did have some room, but he falls forward north of the 45 to the 46.
Yep, just tripped up. Again, muddy surface down there. I keep kind of hearkening back to Charlie's quote at halftime about a difference in running backs. And I just, Devin's been great all year long. I hate to take anything away from him, but I'm not sure he's a mutter.
Right. Gain of 3 that time brings up 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Lytle. Give to the tailback. That's Tippman right up the gut. Takes it out to the 50. It's going to bring up 3rd and short now for the Saints.
Straight ahead is how you want him running the football, and that's what they did there. Very effective run right up the gut. Brings up about a 3rd and 3.
Again, 4th quarter action. 13-7 is your score. Wayne on top with 10:45 remaining here in the contest.
Both teams bring in the meat. We've got looks like Power Eye coming for the Saints. Big fella's in for Wayne.
Big Joe Tippman in the backfield. Power back to the left side. Here's a snap. They go left. Following Tippman is TJ Tippman. He's got room. He's got the 1st down and more. Gets it inside the 40 down to about the 39-yard line.
Great run by TJ Tippman. I have to wonder at this point why they won't continue with that right down the field.
Here you go. Run it till they stop it. Well, anyway, here come the Saints with a fresh set of downs in Wayne territory. They're going to mark it down at about the 38-yard line. And the same formation now. Big Joe Tippman in back there with TJ Tippman and McGarry. Lytle under center, going to the left side, following Tippman around the edge. He's got some room. He's got the block. He's got 10 before he's knocked out of bounds.
Yep. I think they can take that right down the field.
Yep.
Generals may want a timeout.
And I think they do. That's exactly what they did. They called a timeout here with 10:03 remaining in the 4th quarter. Let's send it down to the sidelines and check in with Eric Pete.
Well, guys, to me, this has a similar feel of the Dwenger-Homestead game. Remember, Dwenger went into the 4th quarter of that game down 10-6. And what we've seen throughout this season, this Dwenger line, they may not start the game strong, but they finish strong. They wear you down defensively. And I think we're seeing a little bit of that here. In that Homestead game, they did it in the 4th quarter. Hayden Ellinger broke out a big run, and then TJ Tippman powered in for 2 4th-quarter touchdowns. So TJ Tippman, I know he's playing both ways. He's got a big, tough defensive assignment, but definitely he's having the most success in the backfield. So I am definitely agreeing with you guys. Ride him while he's hot.
That's it. And he is going to come back out on offense.
I don't know why you'd run any other formation other than this one.
And here it is on display again as Lytle talks to the official. Power Eye left, working off the left hash mark on 1st and 10. They go right up the gut with a halfback or a fullback blast.
That's McGarry.
Yep. Again, nice power run that time. Gain of 3, maybe 4. Gets inside the 30 down to about the 26.
I feel like they run that just to mix it up a little bit before they go back outside off tackle with TJ Tippman.
They break huddle and come back to the line. Asking a lot of these kids, but they're doing it. Here we go on 2nd down. Tailback left side, TJ Tippman bounces it outside, tries to follow Big Joe. Wrangled down. No, he's still on his feet. Whistle blows after a gain of looks to be about 4.
Incredibly difficult to stop that Power Eye isolation play running behind Joe Tippman. And I think they could run that as many times as they need to punch it in the end zone.
Ball is just outside the 20-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long 3 now for the Saints. Critical down. Clearly 4-down territory. Faithful are on their feet from both sidelines. Here's a snap. Again, halfback blast. Fullback, excuse me, yes. Trying to find his way through the middle, edging to the outside. Gets inside the 20, down to about the 19. It's going to be close. I think he's going to be shy.
Would expect the Saints to potentially try to draw him off here. That would be my first go or attempt to get the first down if I were calling the play, but they may just go ahead and give it right to TJ Tippmann and say, let's get it done.
Right. Well, let's see what happens here on 4th and 1 for the Saints. Ball at the 19. Lytle, snap, give to the tailback. TJ Tippmann around the edge. He's got the first down, still on his feet, getting knocked and dragged out of bounds, well inside the red zone.
TJ's running with attitude and purpose. I mean, he looks like a senior that does not want this to be his last game. He is not going out without a fight.
And now we've got a very late flag coming out. In the Wayne huddle, and the Wayne players are clapping.
Interesting. The Wayne players are clapping.
That
it was
they are.
Very late.
Very, very late. The play was over. Dwinger was huddled up when the flag came out. And I don't know what that call is, Corey.
It doesn't appear to be an unsportsmanlike.
Crossed arms?
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Eric, what do you have for us?
Well, I don't know what that specific call was, but I will say that after the last couple of runs, there's been a little bit of extracurriculars on the sideline with the Wayne players pushing TJ Tippmann out of the sideline, pushing him hard, or maybe grabbing onto him after the whistle's been blown. So maybe that was a retaliation play by a Dwenger player, but I didn't see anything.
Okay. Well, let's see. They are going to give them a 1st and 10 back at the 19-yard line, it looks like. Okay. So the Saints are back at it. Same I formation. Big Joe Tippmann on the right side now. And they're going to go to the outside of the field. Big block. Wall is set. Tippmann puts his head down. Takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Picked up 2 or 3 there. Power eye right that time. They haven't run that much, but, when they set up Joe Tippmann on that side, they're probably running there.
You bet they are. All right, so let's see. That was a gain of 3, maybe 4. Brings up 2nd and manageable here for the Saints. Ball down to the 15-yard line. Here's a snap going to the left side. That's TJ Tippmann bouncing it outside, trying to make a cut.
Darius Alexander there. Big fella. Has good athletic ability and speed to get outside there off his block and made the tackle out on the edge.
Brings up a 3rd and 4 now for the Saints as the ball is now inside the Wayne 15 down to the 14-yard line. Saints have kept the ball on the ground every play so far. And now a 3rd and long 4. Again, that power I right formation. TJ Tippmann, your tailback. Here's a snap. Give to Tippmann. Right up the middle. Still driving, grinding it through. He won't have the first down. Gets it down to about the 10-yard line. He's going to be close but shy.
4th and 2 or 3. This could be your football game here.
It might be it.
This is a huge play.
6:20 remaining here in the 4th quarter. 13-7 is your score. Wayne on top. Saints driving. They're facing a 4th and 3 now.
Again, I'd have to consider trying to draw him off to start with.
Yep.
Wayne's going to call a timeout. No. Yes, Wayne.
Wayne did call a timeout. Well, time to take a breath, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we'll talk about it. 4th and 3 coming up for the Bishop Dwenger Saints with 6:08 remaining in the contest. 13-7 is your score, and we're back in 30. This is championship football here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business. It's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana. Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Wait remaining. Right now, the Bishop Dwenger Saints are facing a critical 4th and 3 coming up off the Wayne timeout. Ball resting at the Wayne 11-yard line. Lytle under center, power eye left. Here's a snap, give to Tippmann around the left side. He bunches it through. Does he have the first down? It looks like it, and more. He's got the first down.
Bread and butter. Power eye left behind that left side of the line, behind Joe Tippmann at power back. If they need 2, 3, 4 yards,
that's what they do.
You can dial that up, and very few teams have the ability to stop it.
Take it to the bank. That brings up a 1st and goal now for the Bishop Dwenger Saints as the ball is resting at the 7-yard line.
If they did anything but that again, it would shock me.
Yeah. Again, that power eye left formation. Lytle under center. Snap, tailback. Oh, this time they dial up a blitz, and they get him in the backfield. He's going to be dropped for a loss.
Number 56 for the Generals, big Colgin Mitchell, 5'8", 256, sophomore. Busted through the line and got a hold of Tippmann before he was able to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
That was a big one. They take it back to the 10-yard line, a 3-yard tackle for loss. They cannot get a first down here, so it's 2nd and goal now from the 10 for the Saints as Lytle comes in from the sidelines.
I have to tell you, if he were to fake that handoff and bootleg around the outside, I don't think anybody in the stadium would notice.
And I think that might be what they're setting up. Let's see what happens. Lytle fakes. He looks to throw. He's wide open in the end zone. Touchdown!
That was close to that. They
Good
ran
call.
play action. Got it to Vinny Tippmann. It appears the tight end snuck it out there, and we didn't have Lytle on the keep, but it was a similar play with the fake of the ISO.
You were in the huddle, Corey. That's what that was. Vinny Tippmann comes up with a big touchdown for the Bishop Dwenger Saints, knotting it up with 4:55 remaining here in the contest. Now a critical point after, as Garrett is out there lining things up. Lytle will be on the hold. Hang on, we've got an equipment failure. Somebody threw a pad or something out.
Just a towel, I believe.
Just a towel?
Oh,
okay.
no, a hand warmer.
Hand warmer, okay.
We reset the play clock. We'll start all over.
Canary on the snap, Lytle on the hold, and Garrett on the kick. Good 2, good 3. Kick is up, and it is good. The Saints with a 1-point win so far with 4:55 to go in the contest. 14-13 is your score on a beautiful play action to Tippmann,
Vinny
Tippmann. And the point after made by Michael Garrett. We'll step out for a 30-second break. This is sectional championship football here on Redeemer Radio.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
3, 2, 1.
We are back to live action here. 4:55 remaining in the contest. The Bishop Dwenger Saints take their first lead of the game at 14-13. The Saints preparing to kick this one away from the 40-yard line. Filler, number 99, tees it up right in the middle of the field. Elliott back deep with it looks like Fields for the Wayne Generals. The sanctuary is loud. Hear him from the far side over there. Filler's kick is a high underhand. Nice kick this time. Driving him back, slipping down at the 15. No chance of a return for the Wayne Generals.
There's the field conditions once again. Number 21, Ronald Elliott with the return, but he just simply caught it and slipped right to the ground. So long field for the Generals here. They've got to go about 85.
Again, Brendan Young and this senior-laden team pull it off here with 4:52 remaining in the contest. That is the question. Again, Corey, I hate to say it, but again, with special teams with Wayne, that is something you really can't count on. They almost need to punch this one into the end zone, but they do have tremendous big play ability.
They do. They do. They are certainly not out of this by any stretch of the imagination.
Nope.
They've probably been more effective in the passing game than the running game
Right.
tonight. But they go power I.
Brendan Young with a power eye behind him. Here's a pitch to the tailback, looking for some room. Gets a seam through that middle, dragging tacklers with him north of the 25.
Keyshawn Fields, they again looking in the mirror. The Wayne Generals have decided whatever you can do, we can do better, and
That's
they
it.
big play on first down out of the power I set.
Put it on the backs of your seniors and let them get it done. Another great run by Keyshawn Fields that time.
They go power I right.
Here's a snap. Again, give to Fields through the middle this time. Big push by that offensive line by Wayne. Takes it down to the 34.
So difficult to get footing. These defenses are really on
Hey,
roller
guys.
skates because the footing is just so poor.
Eric Pete, what do you have for us?
Well, I will say this. Coach Derek Moore this week was saying, hey, guys, we don't have to change who we are. We know who we are. Let's go be the best version of ourselves and see, the best team will win. They knew they didn't have to change their identity against Dwenger, and we're seeing that.
On 2nd and 5, again, power I formation. They try to hit the middle. Not much there, north of the 35 to the 36-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and short now for the Wayne Generals.
3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. They're taking the power I set back out. It appears going back to their normal offensive structure. I would look for maybe something play action here, although 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, you could certainly run it.
3:35 remaining here in the contest. Wayne now talking to an official. I think he's got an equipment issue. This one player does. Are they going to have to call a timeout here? Wayne, I believe, has one timeout left?
This will be it.
They do stop the clock with 3:25 remaining. And I'm still confused. The clock is stopped off of a run play.
They're resetting the play clock because of an equipment issue, it appears.
And now they wind the clock again. All right. Okay, so here we go. Power I right on 3rd and 2. Here's a snap. Give to the first back through. That's Darius Alexander. Bowls his way. I think he's going to. It's going to be close.
It's really close.
It's going to be. They might have to measure this one.
I think you're right. I think I'd be shocked if they don't bring the sticks out.
Yep. White Hat calls for timeout, and they're going to bring the chains out to measure this one.
I think he's short.
Hey, guys.
No, he's huge. He's like 6'6". Eric P., what do you have for us?
Well, Coach Garrett was irate down here on the sideline because the clock had stopped at 3:09 for a good 10-15 seconds before they called for the measurement. And you can understand his frustration.
Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, so again, looking forward, and no reason to yet at this point. It is a first down for Wayne.
Precisely why I don't gamble.
If, in fact, the Dwenger lead holds, they will host next week for the regional championship. Again, we don't know where, but it will be somewhere here in Fort Wayne. I don't know if, in fact, the IHSAA is going to let Zollner be used, but we'll see. It can't. I mean, even tonight, this is a rough field. But but stay tuned. It'll be covered by all of Fort Wayne sports media. 1st and 10 now for the Wayne Generals. Under center is Young. Here is the snap. Play action. He's looking to throw. He's got time. Gets hit while he throws it. It's up in the air. Incomplete. Flag. Flag comes out. That's going to be called against the Bishop Dwenger Saints.
Craig Young was interfered with. Now, Craig is really hobbling. I think he's cramping up.
Yeah.
It's, is that Craig? No, that's not Craig Young. That's number 41, Xavier Ellington. The other tight end.
Right.
Bears a resemblance. He's 6'3". Bears a resemblance to Craig Young, and but he was interfered with, and first down Generals moving into the Dwenger side of the field here. 2:56 remaining.
So they mark the ball at the Dwenger 47. and give the Wayne Generals a fresh set of downs. Young will be under center. Looks like a double tight end look with a wide out left and right. Single setback is Fields. He looks to throw on first down. He throws it up there, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And another flag comes out.
And I think we got a targeting.
I think so.
That's
I think that's TJ Tipman.
No, that's Lee.
Oh, is it
Lee
Lee?
on the
Okay.
targeting shot. Yep, absolutely. That's Jared Lee. Took a shot late after the incompletion, and I believe that they're going to rule on this, and it'll be interesting to see whether he's able to stay in the game. I think that's probably an ejection type offense there. He took a shot high.
The officials are talking about it near the 40-yard line. Here comes the call. It is a personal foul against the Saints, but he did not
eject.
He did not eject.
All right, well, good.
Yeah.
Lucky for the Saints there.
So the Wayne Generals marching down the field again, another 15-yarder.
But again, a penalty that was ill-advised. There was no need for that hit.
No.
That was an incomplete pass all the way. Jared knew that, and he didn't need to do that at that moment.
Ball now at the 32-yard line. 2:53 remaining in the contest. Another first down for Wayne. Here's a snap. He looks to throw on first down. Looking right, has time, has more time. Throwing left this time. He's got a man. It is caught near the 16-yard line, trickling out of bounds.
I believe that's Craig Young. Tough to tell with the jerseys, but yep, that's the future Buckeye, Craig Young, on the out route. And I've got to tell you, the poise that Brandon Young is playing with at quarterback for the Generals, able to escape pressure, move his way around the pocket. Again, the mud is creating havoc in the pass rush for the Saints, but Brandon Young's done an outstanding job tonight.
1st and 10 in the red zone now. Here's a quick give to Fields going around the outside, trying to make a cut up. He gets hit. Is the ball out?
The
I
ball
think the
is
ball
out.
is out. Dwinger says they've got it.
The ball is out.
What's the call? What is the call? There is a scrum. No call yet by the officials.
I see Dwenger kids pointing in there. Nope.
Oh,
Generals
Wayne.
ball. Wow.
Wayne retains possession.
What
A
a
huge
play.
break for the Wayne Generals.
2:37 left.
Wow.
I'm not real sure why the clock stopped.
So we'll call that a gain of 3 as they wind the clock again. Again, Dwenger clinging to a 1-point lead. 14-13 is your score. Wayne with the ball in the red zone down at the 17-yard line. On 2nd and the long 8. Here's a snap. Young, play action, looks to throw, looking over the middle. Throws to the flats, and it is skipped to him, no good. An incomplete pass there by Young.
Yep, that's really one of his first passes that he's been inaccurate on. Just kind of skipped that one, as you mentioned, Sean, right off the turf. Bringing up, obviously we're in 4-down territory. This is the ball game here, but 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. I think you probably, as an offensive coordinator, try to call something that potentially could get you at least part of that yardage back to make it 4th and manageable if necessary.
Yep.
But bad. Woo! Big time play in the game right here.
On 3rd and 8, the ball is resting at the 17-yard line. Check that, the 15, excuse me. Young under center. Wide out left and right, double tights. Hard count. They don't throw the flag. Here's a snap. Young looks to throw. Play action. He's got pressure. Throws to the end zone and incomplete that time. No good.
Wow, going to bring up a big 4th down play. I think the Generals thought they had the Saints drawn off sides. The Saints certainly jumped, but obviously didn't jump into the neutral zone again. And 4th and 7, 4th and 8 for the ball game here.
Clock stops at 2:05.
The Generals, will remind you, do not have any timeouts left. So if they don't get this on 4th down, the Saints can effectively kneel on it and be done.
4th and 8. The ball is resting at the 15-yard line of the Saints. Brandon Young breaks huddle and comes to the line. The senior quarterback with the season on the line with this play.
And the Saints
call a timeout. They wanted to look at that formation first and see what Wayne was planning. So they call a very well-timed timeout here. Gives us a chance to take a little breath as well. 2:05 remaining. 14-13 is your score. Dwenger on top of Wayne. We're back in 30. This is section.
Runners are running. Play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business. It's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Hearkening the teams back out onto the field. It is 4th down, and we'll call it 8 from the 15-yard line for the Wayne Generals. Their season is on the line with this play. Trailing Dwenger by 1 with 2:05 remaining in the contest.
Interesting situation here. 4th down, season on the line. You probably are looking to get the ball to your most important playmaker. It's probably a Craig Young or a Kayshawn Fields here.
They go heavy left. Here's a snap. He looks to throw. Looking, he has time, throws over the middle, and it is intercepted in the end zone. Dwenger's got to run back on their hands. And they takes it out to the 25-yard line.
I believe, was that Griffin Eifert?
It might have been Eifert back there in the safety position.
Playing center field, I believe, at free safety. Outstanding job coming up and making that play on the pass over the middle.
And we've got a Saint hobbling off the field right now. But that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my heavens, what a way to end this contest.
The Generals do have one timeout left, but that's not enough to really stop the clock with the 40-second play clock.
The interception in the end zone returned out to the 24. Maybe if we could get some clarification from our guys on the sideline, if in fact that was Griffin Eifert, that would be great. He needs a lot of credit on that one. Or maybe Jeff from Summit City has it on replay. But not right now. We'll check on that.
They're going power eye.
Power eye. Power eye right for the Saints on 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Give to the tailback. That's Devin Tippmann trying to find the edge. Rolls out to the 26, maybe the 27-yard line. Clock now at 1:45 as he stayed in bounds. And now we'll continue to grind away. The Saints right now, if everything plays out, escaping Wayne with a 1-point victory to go on to the regional championship.
That was Eifert with the interception.
We'll see there. It looks to be, Eifert playing center field back there. Was a huge interception for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. So we'll call that a gain of 5 that time. Lytle now checking the play clock, taking his time, letting it tick down. 7, 6, 5. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback, following the power eye right.
Not sure whether Coach Moore realizes he has a timeout left.
Ball is now at the 29-yard line. Under a minute to play now. 52 seconds remaining. One more snap and they can get it within the play clock, I believe. And we might be wrong up here too, Corey. I can't verify if they have one timeout left or not, but yeah. All right, on 3rd and 3, here come the Saints with 30 seconds remaining. Very close. Power eye formation. He takes a knee. That's going to do it. Saints win, ladies and gentlemen. The Bishop Dwenger Saints with a 1-point victory over the Wayne Generals to take the 2018 sectional championship. Saints win, Saints win. Two, 1-0 on the scorecard, and that's it. The Bishop Dwenger Saints and the Wayne Generals now line up at midfield. Corey, this is the worst part about it. I mean, I'm happy for the Saints. Great job, but so many tears down there in the sidelines, for the Wayne Generals. Man, they played their hearts out tonight.
They fought their tails off. There are 22 seniors that have been in this program for 4 years, have resurrected this program, if you will, with Coach Moore. And the agony of that last time playing in the powder blue.
Yep.
Is gonna sting a while.
Yep.
There's no doubt about it.
Yep.
You know,
95% of those kids, this is the last time they'll dress.
Absolutely right. Maybe even higher percentage than that.
Yeah.
And you know, we were talking about this with our good friend the Godfather this week a little bit,
that's
and
right.
And he brought up this fact, and he's absolutely right. The emotion runs so high in these games when you know it's the last time you'll ever put that high school jersey and helmet on.
Yeah.
It's going to sting a while for those Wayne Generals, and they were so close.
Yes, they were. They were driving, and again, really, just an exceptional game plan tonight. Very, very well executed, and they just come up 1 point short. Just an incredible display here by the Wayne Generals.
Quite frankly, if I had to say, I really feel as if they outplayed the Saints.
In many aspects, I think you're right.
In most facets of that game.
Mm-hmm.
The Bishop Dwenger Saints have got to feel extremely lucky to get out of here with a win.
Absolutely. We're going to see if Eric Peet can't get a hold of Coach Garrett for some final comments as the teams are making their way through the celebration lines, and see if we can't get a hold of Coach and get his comments on the victory. Might take us a while, but that's okay too. We're going to keep things right here because we haven't checked in with Nick Gray from other scores around the area as well. I know it's going to be very important for Coach Garrett to talk to some of these Wayne guys that are really, really struggling right now. And hats off to him because again, this coaching staff for Dwenger is a class act, and these players from Wayne really deserve a lot of credit.
Yeah, it's a tough situation. There are only 6 teams in the state of Indiana that'll finish this season with a win, Sean.
That's
and
right.
more often than not, certainly, you're going to end with some agony of defeat, and it hurts. It stings, and it stings in every sport. But for some reason, the blood, sweat, and tears that are left on a football field seem to be a little different to me.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. Well, folks, I tell you what, we're going to step out for a little 30-second break. When we come back, hopefully we'll be able to talk to Coach Garrett. You're listening to Sectional Championship Football on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Live action, ladies and gentlemen. Down on the field with Eric Peet is Coach Jason Garrett.
Well, thank you, Sean, here with Coach Garrett. Coach, talk about a hard-fought game, a 1-point victory. What made the difference down the stretch for you guys to eke this one out?
Special teams played a big key there. Second half, our offense was able to move the ball, and I don't know how many plays our defense had tonight, but gosh, those guys worked their tails off. Coach Moore, what a great team! All those seniors, what a great high school game. And I think about all our guys, think about all the families, our tradition and the alumni. So this one's for all of them. And I forgot to say hi to my mom last week. So Mom, if you're out there, I love you. And this one's for all of our Bishop Dwenger alumni and everybody out there listening.
You talk about the Wayne seniors. You've got a lot of strong senior play yourself. Talk about guys like TJ Tittman and their leadership that they showed tonight in guiding this team down the stretch.
Well, it's interesting you ask that because Joe Tittman came to me at halftime and said, Coach, we want a few minutes. The captains want the team for a few minutes. So I didn't say anything at halftime, which they were probably shocked about that. And came out and we said, this is it. So the seniors go. And you see what they carried us. They carried us the whole second half.
Congrats on the win, Coach. Thanks for your time.
Thanks. It was an emotional one. Thanks, you guys, for your coverage.
Absolutely. Sean, back to you.
All right, very good, Eric Peet. Always great to hear from Coach Garrett. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if in fact you're just joining us, the Bishop Dwenger Saints have won a 1-point victory over the Wayne Generals, 14-13, to capture the 2018 sectional championship here in Fort Wayne. The Bishop Dwenger Saints are going to be home next week to take on a regional foe, and I don't know if, in fact, Nick Gray has updates for us to see who, in fact, the Saints will win. And we also want to check on the Bishop Luers Knights. and see where if they're going to be. Let's see if Nick can say Mechaniqua is the question. I know it got cold down there, Nick. Not making fun, but you're doing a great job. What do you
Oh,
got for us?
geez, guys, it is a little cold. Last update I had, though, Angola had taken the lead over Northwood, so chances are Dwenger might be playing Angola. Bishop Luers is definitely going to beat Belmont, and then also Mishawaka Marion's going to win over Mechaniqua. So should be Luers, Mishawaka Marion, and thinking probably Dwenger Angola.
Okay.
The other game that we need to update you on is Snyder is over at Homestead. That game is tied at 35, guys. So they got another barn burner going on in Fort Wayne tonight, too.
Fantastic. Good stuff. Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much, Nick Gray. All right. So it looks like some more football here in Fort Wayne next week, Corey Kitchen.
Yeah,
So,
I'd be curious to see if either of our ace sideline reporters could grab a hold of the Bishop Dwenger athletic director and find out where we're going to play this game next week. But nonetheless.
yeah, he might be on the bus already.
Yeah.
I don't know. You got some final numbers for us there, Corey, and then we'll head out.
We
How's
do.
that?
Interesting. Let's just kind of go over the totals overall. I think that kind of tells the story
Sure.
here. You've got, Bishop Dwenger, 126 yards of total offense, 10 yards passing. May have been the 10 on the touchdown to Vinny Tippmann in the end zone, is the only passing yardage. 116 rushing yards is all for the Saints, but they are able to eke out a win, I think largely, as Coach Garrett mentioned, on special teams and defense. They gave up 277 yards to the Wayne Generals tonight, 56 rushing, but Brandon Young was 16 of 26 for 221 through the air, and that was the story of their offensive night. They were their ability to throw the ball on the Saints defense. 277 total yards to 126 for the Saints, and they lose the ball game. They've got to be just absolutely sick over that.
Yeah, no, absolutely right. Yeah, they played their hearts out and come up just shy. So, again, that's going to do it for our coverage, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around the Redeemer Radio website, as we will have updates throughout the week when we decide if, in fact, we're going to be with the Bishop Luers Knights or the Bishop Dwenger Saints. It looks like we might try and do something special with our sister station out of South Bend as well. So, some exciting news that way. Very special thanks tonight for our broadcast partners, Jeff and SummitCitySports.com with us tonight. Great to have them along. Always a pleasure to work with those folks. Our studio producer and chief sports engineer is Robert Scora. On the sidelines tonight, we had Eric Pete and Nick Gray. Up in the booth on stats was Charlie McBride. For Corey Kitchen, I'm Sean McBride, wishing you all a good night. May God bless you, and we'll see you on the sidelines. This is Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
When you experience a sports injury, muscle, or joint pain, you want treatment right away. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without referral or appointment, offering diagnostics, x-rays, the region's only body composition DEXA scan right inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7, Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. For more information, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com/orthoexpress.
It's the Comets.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
This is the first time I've been able to do this kind of more complete understanding or view of your body. One of the things that's really important about this is that it's kind of legitimizing us as athletes.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Concussions. They're a concern for parents of athletes in any sport. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine is leading the way with the area's first concussion clinic. Our integrated sports medicine team utilizes an innovative, evidence-based approach to manage athletic-related head injuries in those 14 and older, providing comprehensive care to get the athlete you love safely back in play. To schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Parkview Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.